Yo, Twitch, what's up, Dwake? With the 3-month advanced sub. Holy moly, Dwake. Thank you, dude. That's really nice. Big time commitment there, man. Appreciate it. Spindin, hello. Grumpier Liminal Quack. Salt Gobbler in the house. McGrew with the 21 months. I was just gonna say, I feel like I haven't seen McGrew's name in a little while. I don't know why, but dropping the sub 19 months in a row. Good to see you, McGrew. Zeke Demure without wax. What's up? Can't wait to play the buffed Thanos in a year. Yeah, man, it's still, yeah, it's tough, dude. It sucks that I can't share the joy of new cards with you guys, right? It really sucks every time, you know, people are, you know, reasonably sad that they can't play the fun new stuff that I'm playing. It's always tough. Spindin, it should just take care of it automatically if you have your Twitch and your Discord synced. But to be honest, I don't ever pay attention to Discord hardly much these days. I don't have a lot of time. If people tag me for stuff, I'll hop in, but I really don't read much at all in my very own Discord. I feel like Discord is more of a Zoomer energy than I have these days. Like, I just can't keep up with I'm on Twitter more than I'm on Discord, I guess. Ultimately, yeah, Spindin, I don't know. I don't know how to. It's just all automated. I don't think there's any. Maybe refresh. Maybe check tomorrow. That sort of thing. I don't know. What's your name on Discord? It's really not a problem to solve right now, to be honest, but I don't see you on there currently. MF Spiffy Lad. Dare I ask what MF stands for? MF Spiffy Lad. I see Mr. Fart. I don't even see you on Discord, man. Are you online currently? I don't see your name in the list. Oh god, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm horrifying. Wait, let me get my glasses back on. Don't look at me. I'm a monster. No one will know who I am. Only 1,000 tokens so far. Low spender. I think this summer I should be Series 4 complete by just buying season passes only. But season 5 cards, other than one every other month, maybe are inaccessible for the most part. Yeah, it sucks. I wish it was all just a little bit faster, right? Particularly, you know, the Thanos and the Galactus just sticking in their Series 5 forever is pretty crazy. They apparently said Kang might also be one of the big bads that stays at Series 5. So who knows? Thanks to the bits, Tremudius, though. That's nice. Did you guys know RegisKillbin hires a member of staff for $20,000 a year just to come up with his stream titles? Yes, they're putting in great work. These one-word titles are really, really worth it. So I built a couple decks, guys. We're gonna play tonight just to get the stream rolling, I guess. My hair's still a little wet from my shower, so it's a little flat right now, but should puff up as we dry. Wanted to play Stature, of course, new card. Cost 1 if your opponent discarded a card from their hand this game. So, of course, a 1/7's pretty nice, pretty spicy, pretty powerful. And currently, there's a couple ways to force that. Black Bolt can make your opponent discard a card, and Moon Knight can make your opponent discard a card. So, between the two, getting some 1-cost statures, I thought it might be nice to copy those. You have 2 1-cost statures. I think you're really happy. And if you're copying stuff anyway, maybe you play She-Hulk. She-Hulk can also be great to copy. Now, I know She-Hulk and Black Bolt don't really technically work all that well together, right? Because this is a 5 cost, and then you're not skipping your turn 5 for the She-Hulks. But I think the hope here is that, you know, sometimes you're winning with She-Hulk, sometimes you're winning with Statures, sometimes you're winning with Shuri, Pass, She-Hulk, plus whatever, even a 5 cost Stature honestly could still be a decent play in that case. So anyway, this was the first pass at a build I thought of. We'll maybe tweak it as we go. You know, typically you see kind of Devil Dinosaur stuff in here with these kind of things, but with Black Bolt in that slot, I didn't really think Devil Dino made sense if you're thinking about Black Bolt a lot. So I will say, like, currently we only have one kind of turn 5 card for this deck, right? Because you have, like, if you play Black Bolt on 5 and you want to play a 1 cost Stature, we don't have anything to fill in with it. There's no other 5 cost, so we could perhaps still add a Devil Dino. I thought about this Swarm being kind of a fun idea for like this super turn 6, where you play like multiple She-Hulks, multiple Statures, and multiple Swarms, and just dump, you know, like 30 plus power on turn 6. With Sandman getting buffed, though, if a bunch of people playing Sandman today, which I haven't started yet, I don't know. With Sandman getting buffed, this may just completely backfire and be a terrible plan. In that case, we could maybe cut Swarm for something like a Devil Dinosaur. But that said, Devil Dino's maybe not as good in this deck because we're going to be trying to play out a lot of our copies very affordably. So we could try a different 5 cost card instead. Something like an Arrow, of course. Quite a staple. Arrow plus Stature kind of turn 6 after a Black Bolt could be pretty spicy. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes. You don't always draw both. Yeah, that was exactly my thought too, right? Like, you know, having 2 separate ways to reward the Moon Girl feels like the right way to go. Feels like a way to go. Valkyrie? I don't think we'd benefit much from Valkyrie, right? I don't think we'd benefit much. Resetting stats is fine, but it would be kind of risky for us sometimes. Stuff like Sunspot, Shuri cards, etc. All right, so let's try this. We'll tweak it as we go. I don't know. This may be more for fun. I've already seen some people just playing kind of more straight up tempo lists, just good 5s and hope to get a 1 cost Stature. Almost playing Stature like Ebony Maw in a Sauron deck or something, where you're just playing that 1 cost 7 at the end of the game and you're happy. I think that's pretty reasonable as well. Ooh, okay. This is wow, they love the Nexus, dude. They love the Nexus. Dude, I was thinking today, like, it would be so sick to have all the Venomized cards. I guess, like, nullified cards and Venomized cards are different, right? For a while, I thought they were kind of the same thing, because Null's a symbiote. Like, are they going to make all nullified cards different than Venomized cards? Do they go in together? How do you, what do you guys think about this, I guess? This discards 2 cards from my hand. If I play it in Sinister London, perhaps we just play it at Nexus. I guess we hope to hit, I mean, honestly, Moon Girl next turn and just skip turn 5 here is actually insane. But that's only if I don't lose something really good here, which is the real problem with Moon Knight, right? How much do you lose? Oh, that's actually what I wanted to, oh my god. Okay. All right. So we skip turn 5. Oh my god. We're not, imagine if we'd hit the Swarm off the Moon Knight. Let's think here, right? Do we ever actually double the Moon Girl? We get 1 more She-Hulk in that case. But is it really worth it? Because well, it might also hit Dark Dimension, huh? Does that work still? It says cards here, so even if you don't play it, but it's already revealed on London. I think it shows, right? I think it works. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's see how it works. Let's try for some spice. let's try for some spice here. Yeah, we didn't actually want her going to Nexus, unfortunately, because that limits our power output a little bit here. But okay, we pass here. This is a crazy turn already, man. Oh, this is wild. All right, don't do anything to screw me. There's not a lot other than Sandman, really. That. Oh God, is magic good for us or bad for us? We're gonna get 4 spots occupied by London. We really want to play 5 cards. So 2 plus 3, so really 7 spots. We currently have 8 spots available. So we could play a swarm here and float 5 and still play everything next turn, right? Because the She-Hulks will be 1. There's 3 of those. 2 Statures is 5. Swarm is 7. Yeah, so we can get a free 3 power here and draw a card. I don't think any card that we draw matters at all. It's not remotely relevant, right? But okay, this at least will make them think a little bit. Oh my God, dude! What an oh, She-Hulk's still 0. Wait, we floated 4. Why is She-Hulk 0? Was this? I spent 2 on this, right? I'm not paying attention. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, Quinjet. Oh yeah, Quinjet. These are 0. Oh yeah, I forgot about Quinjet. Literally Y is in the deck. Oh yeah, this one's 1. Oh yeah. Literally forgot about Quinjet. Oh my God, where do we want to put these guys? I mean, we want the She-Hulk copying for sure. We probably do this, right? Here are 2 copies. Stature's here plus a She-Hulk. I mean, this is a monster turn. We don't lose this, right? We don't lose this. We don't lose this. There's no way. Oh God, we lose this. Mr. Negative's too good. We lose this. Yeah, Shang-Chi's not relevant, but it's just all too big. That's not relevant other than just having a pile of stats. We're gonna be 1 point shy left, man. That's really sad. Really sad to be 1 point shy left. Dang it. If that Moon Girl had rolled right this game, we could have won maybe, man. Negative, dude. It's too strong. That is an insane final turn, though, by the way. Hey, Nirmal Prabhu, man, thanks for the gifted subs. Sorry it took me a minute there. I was trying to finish that game off before moving over here. 5 gifted subs. Grats to Pesketh. I am Puppeteer. Who cares? The Sphinx and Helican. Amazing. That's awesome. Grats, everybody. And Nirmal Prabhu. I'm trying to figure out what that name means, but I don't know. Gerard, you missed us talking about the deck, so everything you're saying is things we've already talked about. Don't know if I want to talk about them again. I'm not sure I'm ready for this just yet. But the takeaway is you don't always have all the cards. So sometimes it's good to have 2 ways to win. Like that was kind of our theory. But yes, we acknowledge the same potential concerns. Don't worry. We're on your page. Don't feel bad. District X makes life a little hard, but let's do this because Quinjet's really nuts with District X. I can't say that. Nirmal Prabhu says it means pure God in India. Oh, that's cool, dude. That's an awesome. I'm glad you're actually here to explain it. I thought it was just gonna be some you know, most names are like pranks or jokes or trolls or trying to get me to say something funny, but that's actually a legit awesome name. How exciting. Cosmos is kind of ruining us here with Zabu, isn't it? I mean, Shuri She-Hulk definitely feels like a play. Maybe we just go ahead and rip the Enchantress here. Should be fine. This means we're kind of skipping turn 5 into She-Hulk plus something on 6 is the goal. But that's fine. My name means leave me alone or I will eat your cans. See? Now, oh, we're on turn 6. Oh. I thought for sure it was okay. That's fine too. That is also fine. Yeah, a little iffy, right? They may not play for District X. They might play. I can't say District X. That is really hard for me to pronounce. I'm learning. District X. It's really hard to get off. I named myself after a pet rat. See what you're compared to, Nirmal. This is your comparison. Uh-oh, that seems big. Dang. Good try. Our inflexibility here hurt us, right? Crossbone's also just really big. It's some pretty good fillers, really, with Coulson. You know, it gives you a lot more options basically to have cool plays on curve, unlike District X. I got it. That's how you say it for sure. Call it District 10. I like that a lot, actually. Yeah. I can't pronounce THS sounds like deaths or breaths. It is hard if you really try to emphasize it. I can't say the word huge. I was on a phone call with somebody the other day and I said hue. I'm doing it. I'm emphasizing it for you guys. Hue. Like the shades of a color, the hues is how I would say it. The hues of a color. Like I don't say the H's very well, and they literally thought that I was saying the word you. They're like, "What do you mean you?" And I said, "You know, the blue you." And he was like, "What do you mean the blue me?" I was like, "No, God, hue, hue." The word that I can't say, hue. All right, this looks pretty good, actually. We may actually choose Black Bolt into... Well, I don't know. We've also got a Moon Knight, too. We got some options here, right? We got some options here. Do we ever hold on this Moon Girl and... No, we can't. We got Mindscape, right? So we gotta play this stuff out sooner rather than later, right? We want to play some Statures ASAP. So we'll probably Moon Knight Sunspot here. We do risk, of course, a little bit here of losing our... one of our Statures, but that's okay. Not a big deal. We can't really rely on the Black Bolt, of course, because we got Mindscape. So we need to Moon Knight this turn, I think. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but all good, all good. So does the Stature go back to 5? Oh well, no, because I discarded a card. I bet it might though. Otherwise. Ah, dang, this would be such a cool hand if we, also, Black Bolt here just hurts me more than it helps me, because I'm getting their hand back. Maybe it's actually Stature Moon Knight in that case, because it's still pretty big. This pulls us ahead here technically by a point as well, which is pretty important. Then we kind of know, for the most part, they're capped at 10 power next turn, based on my hand anyway, which might be a little inflexible for them. I mean, this does the same thing though. It eats a card. It just eats a random card instead, but it's 15 power, 14 powers out of 10 though, so I think this is still the play, right? Actually 15 because of the Sunspot. Even better with a Sunspot. Hey, Sunspot, speaking of, all right. That's fine, whatever. Those are gonna randomly disperse anyway, so hopefully they go in a place that feels good. Yeah, that's actually fine. Sure. So we know they have a tin power card. This is kind of perfect for us, right? Because now we know we can flip here. And then if they play a tin power card, they can only win one spot, right? I mean, technically they could have top decked a 1-drop that gives them additional flexibility, I guess. But in theory, they should only be able to play a 10 power card and we should be fine. We add 6 right, so that's enough to flip. In fact, I could even put the armor right thanks to the sunspot, eh? 13, 16 to 14. This is arguably a little stronger, maybe. I don't know. Important thing is having split power versus focused power here allows us to flip locations, which seems good. They have to hope they're playing for a tie, but they know my hand. They know I have Cosmo armor, so they have to hope that I'm playing for a tie, but I have no reason to play for a tie when I expect their hand to be a split hand or a focused hand. Victory! Cool. It's a good little win, even though it didn't really go to plan with the discard, the hand swap. Still, Stature felt efficient. Basically allowed me to cheese out a little more oomph. All right, are we at 9 o'clock? No, 7 o'clock. I thought for sure the new card came out at noon today, but it came out at 1 p.m. I got my schedule so wrong today. And then they had the patch today I had to make a video for. Marvel Snap is, I'm just so, like, the Hearthstone content schedule is so ingrained in my body after 7 years of doing this for Hearthstone or whatever, that I'm just not adapting well to Marvel Snap for whatever reason. Colleen Wing here actually kind of sucks. I'm actually really doubting the Colleen Wing and the Swarm in this list so far. I don't know, man. Feels hard to play. Like, we don't want a Colleen Wing. I thought the Swarm would be a cool turn 6 play, but I'm thinking we just want maybe more consistent stuff. Might add a Devil Dino, might add, I don't know. Like, I need the Moon Knight for the She-Hulk line, so this isn't maybe a Black Bolt game. I don't know. Initial impressions of Stature? Seems pretty cool. I played 2 games, I think, or 3 maybe. So I don't know. But it seems okay so far. Oh, Magneto gone. Okay, so this feels like an Electro ramp maybe already. I buy that. So this feels like Shuri pass. This line still feels pretty good. Stature serving as a kind of non-Sauron we actually can do this now thanks to the wave, dude. Oh, dang. Okay, cool. I think they're gonna play like Odin, like Doctor Doom or Odin here. Doctor Doom kind of go anywhere. Let's play the big She-Hulk here. We're trying to win this on the number of units, not necessarily on the size. So yeah, there's the Doctor Doom. Hey, apparently they did not love to see the Stature. All right, am I weird, or have they changed the like ordering of the victory screen versus the opponent retreating screen? I feel like we're seeing the victory and then seeing your opponent retreats, which I guess functionally doesn't matter, but something in my brain is telling me that that's off or different. Am I crazy? Yeah, they did. Okay. Yeah, it could definitely be a bug. It's a bug. Okay. That's twice I thought I was losing my mind, but after 2 or 3 times you start to realize. I'd say actually already let's change this. Oh dang, dude, Null is infinite. Let's go. That's a bonus I wasn't expecting. Okay. Guys, I am like so close to being done, by the way. We have not looked at this lately, but look how few cards I have to get to infinite of the base set, man. Down to basically 2 rows. Luke Cage plus, so what, 13 cards. And now that I'm 100, I can start my booster farm again this month. I'm gonna be close to done in no time, guys. This is crazy, dude. I still wonder if anyone's done this yet, because it's not cheap and it takes actual dedicated effort to get boosters for these cards you don't normally play. I'm wondering if this is an achievement that has been done very often. Stature's cool, by the way. I feel it's weird that this bird looks so big. I think it's supposed to indicate that it's really in the foreground, right? Because there's like helicopters and stuff to indicate size, but I don't know, maybe that's her big bird. Does she have big birds? Yeah, the booster magnet doesn't really help me much when I just play all cards that need boosters. Like this is my booster farm deck, which now Noel can actually leave, by the way. These are just all cards that need boosters, so I just kind of run everything. Anyway, let's tweak this deck. I think Colleen Wing's Swarm definitely don't really make sense. My hope for having like a crazy turn 6, it's not making sense. I do think I like the She-Hulk Stature combo though. That's felt okay. Shuri has felt good. Moon Girl has felt good. I think Zabu's felt solid because we do have some 4s we care about playing. And in fact, that could be a spot for us to add an additional card here. Add another 4. We could also add a 5, but I don't think Devil Dino's right because we're discarding our own cards. We're trying to play out cheap stuff. I don't think we want Devil Dino. Booster magnet? Oh yeah, well they actually, okay, so yeah, let me clarify. They actually have not added the booster magnet yet, but they did change the way boosters work, where now your games will focus on cards that need boosters at a 2 times rate. So they'll be like 2 times as likely to get boosters if the card's like needing boosters to upgrade. So like infinite cards will be half as likely to get boosters basically as non-infinite cards. But there's apparently some other booster magnet still coming in the future, which is going to be an even more defined way to control your boosters or influence your boosters or something. I don't know. So what would go good in this deck? Like, what else do we see in Moon Girl decks? We see Devil Dinos, we see... Well, we got Quinjet, we got... we don't want too many things, because we want really Stature and She-Hulk to get hit. We like Chavez, of course, because that helps us find our stuff sooner. I don't think I want more generation, because already twice now we've had instances where having an extra card in hand means I would have missed a Hulk or something. I think just generally good 4s that scale well with Shuri is something we can talk about. We could just run additional discard synergy stuff, like Wolverine maybe. Stuff to just get hit for the discard, right? I thought about Collector and Morbius when I was building this, so those are options. Those kind of cramp out Zabu a little bit, but you don't always have Zabu, right? Other angle is 4s. Something like Dracula, by the way, is probably not crazy. Since we're gonna have a Chavez in hand, I guess there is a chance we get stuck with some pretty small stuff in hand, though. I don't know if I love Dracula. We don't have a lot of big cards. Other discard payoffs. Morbius, we don't discard enough. Wolverine would be a great hit from time to time, but otherwise I think falls pretty dang flat. Oh, I did look at Taskmaster when I was thinking about this. Yeah, because you still have Taskmaster, She-Hulk, and potentially Stature Taskmaster with Shuri for those big turn 5s. Or you can play 2 14s, or turn 6s, I mean, after skipping... Well, you don't even have to skip turn 5 in that case. You could just play... Oh, well, no, that doesn't really work, because you... Well, Shuri, Black Bolt, Taskmaster, Stature is actually a pretty cool play, isn't it? Yeah, I do like Taskmaster a lot. Because Shuri on 4, Black Bolt on 5. You get the 16 power Black Bolt. That's pretty insane. And then on turn 6, you get Taskmaster for 16 and Stature for 7 to get the 1-2 punch. That's actually a really good line. Yeah, I do like that. I think that's definitely an improvement already. So we can maybe run one more cheap card, something flexible. I don't think Collector's really worth it because we're really only doing Moon Girl, which usually is 3 cards. It's a +3 buff to Collector. I don't think that's good enough. I'd rather just run a good like Iceman or something that feels like it's gonna help us in some way. Something that's a good discard target, right? Something that's just fine, flexible, kind of a freebie. Something like Armor's fine. Yeah, I think I like a 1 better just because I want to be playing Zabu as much as I can. M'Baku, I mean, he's fine. I wouldn't say he's great in this list without a way to put him in the deck back or anything. Titania has definitely done some work in these kinds of decks in the past. So I wouldn't hit a Titania, I guess. Shang-Chi would probably be okay too, technically, yeah. Similar swingy sort of card you can play with Stature late or She-Hulk late. We could also go for another 4 as well. So my top picks based on the current deck would be Iceman, Nightcrawler, Titania, maybe another good 4. I don't love a lot of the 4s. They just don't. Most of these don't interact very well with Shuri is the problem, because doubling a lot of these stats aren't great. A lot of them like scale their stats. Typhoid Mary, but she hurts us elsewhere. White Queen is probably okay. I don't think we'll be ahead enough for Crossbones usually reliably. Atuma's, I mean, he could hold down the lane. He could hold down the lane. A lot of people in chat saying Nightcrawler, Wolverine. I like 1s with Moon Girl because there's 0 with Quinjet, so I am a little tempted by the 1. Thinking about a 1. Atuma's a worse. Namor? Not with Shuri, right? Namor goes to 10 plus 6 with Shuri. Atuma goes to 20. I mean, you know, inflexibility is a conversation, but raw power output is the argument, I think. Do you want to argue inflexibility? I'm fine with that. Titania, I mean, the problem I have with Titania is she's gonna be sitting a lot, but if we can go into a final turn, play like Titanias and Statures and stuff, because duping Titanias is also pretty good. Namor goes 11 now. Yeah, he got buffed to 6 as a base, which I guess, oh, he would go to 12 now, so he's a little better. Yeah, 12 plus 18. Or 12 plus 5, 17. But he is a little better with Shuri now, but still not worth running, I don't think. I kind of want to try the Titania. I think it's the biggest sort of pop-off we have. I don't know if it's going to be consistent or not, but... What ranks are the cutoffs for dropping? That's an old question I just accidentally read. Only 100 is the only cutoff. Every other rank you can drop backwards. All right, Zabu is awesome. Shuri Moon Girl is awesome with She-Hulk. Pretty strong opener here, actually. Wakandan Embassy, we're definitely gonna win. For some reason, I just know for a fact that that my cards are better with Wakandan Embassy. I just believe it to my core. So Ebony Ball makes me think an Electro ramp deck with Sandman, which might be a limiter on our ability to play for a big late game pop off. They snapped as well. I wonder what they hit here. They must have hit Electro. So anyway, if they go for that, I think we're gonna go for just Shuri, Pass, She-Hulk, Taskmaster. So we're not gonna maybe play for the traditional game plan. We could go Shuri, Black Bolt as well, but She-Hulk's already 12, so this just makes more sense. Yeah, Electro, now we'll have Sandman, so yeah. We'll do it this way. Titania, not worth it right now. We'll just pass. Surely She-Hulk Taskmaster's big enough, right? That's our hope. She-Hulk here, Taskmaster wherever is fine. Sandman. It's easy when you know what everybody's doing. Hopefully they play here so we reveal last to avoid any sort of Shang-Chi problems. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Nice. So this is a 27 power Taskmaster. We should be able to put it here. They're gonna play Odin, or they might play an Arrow, but frankly it doesn't matter. We'll be big enough anyway, so. And there's no Shang-Chi, so I think we're fine. Magneto doesn't matter either. That's cool. Great to just absolutely know every card your opponent's gonna play. It's just great. Yeah. So that was a great showcase of, right, like if we tried to play that game the normal way, if we tried to play that game the way we built the deck, we would have lost, right? If we tried to play for Moon Girl double She-Hulk, we would lose the game. So meta knowledge, understanding your opponent's decks, understanding the meta, and being able to adapt your game plan specifically for that is a great way to win games. And yeah, get some free cubes. Their deck is a Sandman Electro ramp, which I actually have a couple built. We're gonna play some later today. I built a movie version, which is exactly like the one they have here. Movie? The one with move cards. Basically the kind of core of this deck is Doctor Doom, Odin, Sandman, Wave, Electro, Ebony Maw, and Sunspot. And Chavez, I guess. There's probably 8 pretty well-defined cards. And then the rest is sort of flexy. Like what other big 5s and 6s do you want to run, basically? So this one I put in kind of a movie package. Move-ish package? A move package? Oh yeah, you guys can't see the deck. Oh dang it, I'm an idiot. Sorry, here you go. So this one I put in a move package to complement the kind of core Electro ramp package. And then for this one I actually tried something different. We may try this one first later. I wanted to try an ongoing package because you've already got Ebony Maw, you've got Sandman as an ongoing card, you've got some of these run Devil Dino, you've got Electro, some of these run Lizard, so you've actually got quite a nice little ongoing core. And instead of running like Arrow or Vision or Captain Marvel is played in these a lot, you can actually run Claw in a similar kind of way. The goal of this deck is, and we'll talk more about this when we play it, but the goal of this deck is really to spread your power really wide. It's not about attacking individual lanes so much as it is about dispersing across the field, because when your opponent can only play 1 card per turn, they're limited in their ability to contest every location. So when you're able to contest multiple locations with individual cards, you tend to net an advantage and just kind of eke out 2 spots with a victory. So, you know, Doctor Doom's great for that. Claw is great for that. Captain Marvel, like we talked about, is great for that, right? But Spectrum kind of does that too. She kind of spreads power across locations because she's buffing cards in each spot. So she's kind of like a second Doctor Doom in a weird way, if you think about it. So I thought this might be a cool little try. Cool little try. But we may play both of those later. For now, I wanted to focus on Stature because she came out today. But since Sandman got buffed, that deck's going to be the hot new rage as well. Until it's not good or it is good, or you know, we'll learn one of the two. But anyway, let's get back to a gameplay vid. I realized the deck at the top was wrong on that screen, but you'll deal with it. You'll get over it. Yeah, we can play Sunspot on 1. That's fine. Pull ahead on Shadowland a little bit's okay. We got a thumbs up emote. They're very, very happy to play against us. Yay. Yeah, Sandman might end up being pretty frustrating. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly yet how impactful or limiting he's gonna feel, but there is certainly some potential there for that. We're revealing first, so Titania is actually a pretty big risk in Kiln. We could theoretically say we're dipping out of Kiln and we don't care, and we're only gonna win DC and Shadowlands and try to pull off a big play like this. If I hit a card next turn, what would I have? Shuri and or Moon Girl could go there for up to 6 power. I don't know. I feel like I just saw you press in turn and it didn't go through. Well, I feel like that happens to me all the time. So we're on the same page, I assure you. Shuri here would be a really good draw, actually. Oh my god, I'm a genius, dude. I'm an actual genius. Yeah, we're not going to contest Thor, so let's just move power back here. So this is Black Bolt, Stature. If we could find a Taskmaster in particular, I think we're over the moon. Black Bolt's going to discard the Titania here, which is great. Good to have this card here to kind of kill the discard on... Or no, he's only your opponent. He's not symmetrical. What am I saying? He's not Moon Knight. No, screw that. Black Bolt's just Black Bolt. Ooh, do we like She-Hulk? Stature. Oh, we can't She-Hulk Stature. He's been in Moon Knight. No, we have to Black Bolt here. We really just need to top deck Taskmaster, though. That's the game plan. Taskmaster for the win. Yeah, this is fine. White Tiger. That's okay. That's good. That lane's dead to us anyway. Screw that lane. We don't need it. Oh, Chavez is my top deck. Oh, dang it. I forgot. Shoot. Yeah, this feels bad, doesn't it? When you hit the Chavez. We do actually have top decks. Well, I'm just debating if Chavez is worth it or not, right? Because I don't know. I mean, this is still okay because we're scaling the Sunspot. It should be fine. Titania is an extra dump they might not be expecting here. A pretty big power add on the final turn. Uh-oh, is that Odin? Oh, shoot. Not enough power add. Gamora adds freaking... If I'd flipped these... Yeah, could have won this. No, actually we wouldn't have won still. Only a net 2 there. We lose the tie. I'm wondering if Chavez is worth it. Like, we want to hit Zabu, we want to hit Moon Girl, we want to hit Stature, we want to hit our discard guys. So it probably is. But there are some cards we like hitting on 6. You know, we like Taskmaster on 6. We don't really care about most other cards on 6. It's really just Taskmaster, right? That Black Bolt into Taskmaster into... No, I think this is fine. I actually think this is still pretty good. This should be fine. If we lose the Chavez, how many more games do we miss Moon Knight? Do we miss Stature? Do we miss Moon Girl? I think it's okay. Let's not overreact to one game there, right? Hey, dopest body, dude, 3 years, and you've beaten me twice in Marvel Snap somehow. Or did I beat you the first time? I don't remember. Either way, GG again, dude. Has the series drop happened yet? I think it happened today, but I checked with chat. I don't know. I don't keep track of that. I'm a whale. I don't concern myself with the problems of mere mortals in Marvel Snap. Regis is so cocky. He called us mortals. That Regis guy's he's such a jerk. He called me immortal. Oh, interesting. So this gets me an extra Shuri, an extra Moon Knight, an extra She-Hulk, but more importantly, I get to keep Luke's bar and win Luke's bar here, just pretty nice. And then we can go like Shuri on 4, Black Bolt on 5. Or maybe we skip 5 and play double She-Hulk, actually. It's probably just better, right? Let's snap for Luke's bar, though. This is pretty cool. I think it's just double She-Hulk on the final turn. We can maybe even stack both of them in one spot. If we don't have priority anyway, maybe. Green Goblin's kind of annoying. We can put rocks in. We don't care. We know what we're playing, right? So it's all good. We don't think the opponent will have a way to contest Luke's bar typically, although Green Goblin does make me think this could be a Galactus deck, maybe. That's something to think about. Double She-Hulk would still be pretty cool against Galactus. They could maybe...
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Oh, what? What? Why? Why? Why though? But actually, why though? It's for real though. Why? What does that tell us? What does that mean? I played Crop Duster the other day on stream. Why though? Maybe they're gonna have a... I just have to see how... I don't know. I just want to know what happens next. I'm enthralled.
Spider-Man here.
Guys, I cannot... I can't explain it to you. I don't know. We are revealing first, unfortunately, so there is maybe a Shang-Chi play here they could win with, right? That's the only thing they play. We actually win on Shuri's. Is there ever a sneakier line? He just didn't want to pass? Yeah, that could be it, maybe. Oh, monster final turn. Carnage Shang-Chi? Yeah, we called it. Look. Look at this. What a champion. What a champion. Yeah, we could have tried for the Shuri if we really wanted to be safe. The problem is it just loses to other things potentially, right? Like you get smaller. I mean, what would it really lose to though if we think about it, I guess, right? If we went for a single 20 power She-Hulk, would it lose? But the problem is it could also just lose to like Lizard Shang-Chi, right? Like you'd lose to 8 because you'd only have 6. I don't know. That might just be hard to... Might be hard. Dopest, don't remind me, dude. That's cruel. Cruel, sir. All right, this looks like an interesting hand. All right. Okay, Plunder Castle. We have She-Hulk for 6 and Chavez for 6, so we want to try to set up for that. This is an interesting Stature Black Bolt line, but my problem at the moment is my hand is just enormous. Oh, Zabu, I get 1 turn for Zabu. Does that even help me here? Moon Girl at 3. I have 5 cards in hand, so I copy a She-Hulk and a Taskmaster. That means I'm giving up Plunder, though, and it means I'm giving up Collapse to mine always, because I don't have any... Well, I guess I could skip turn 5 still. Are we better off going Black Bolt on 5, double Stature on 6? I would really prefer a Moon Girl, or I mean, excuse me, a Shuri to a Moon Girl here, probably, right? Oh, Lady Sif. Oh my god, that just makes my life absolutely wonderful. That just makes my life incredible. So now we get double Stature, double She-Hulk. Yeah. This is nice. And board space as well. Then we can skip turn 5 for the monster turn 6. Basically a 34 power turn 6. Yeah. This seems good to me, right? We're going to lose this discount, but I can just play it for hand space, so that's fine. Guess we're not drawing anything else. We kind of know exactly what we're going to have, don't we? Doesn't mean we're never winning Plunder Castle if we go for this route. Do we ever like Black Bolt better? No, because we lose a Stature. There's no way we do. All right, so what was this card? That was a Lady Sif, Invisible Woman. So we got to assume Hela. Lady Sif discarded Death. Are we big enough to beat Hela is really the question. And how do we stack this power as well? We kind of assume this is a MODOK, so that's 8. Hela's another 6, is 14, 16. Plus potentially a roll there, but we gotta maybe hope nothing rolls here and the 17 beats the 16, right? And then hope to win this with just enough raw power. This is the way to do it. Clearly this could be a loss, but if the things shake out the way we want, this is a possibility for sure. If a lot of stuff rolls mid, for instance. This is only played, they can still be added there. There's the MODOK, Hellcow, Magneto's big, Swordmaster's not too bad, Captain Marvel is actually really annoying because it can pull back right. Yeah, Captain Marvel probably wins this, right? They landed it anyway. That doesn't matter now. Yeah, we needed no Captain Marvel really to have any shot there, I guess, right? Maybe there was a world where Captain Marvel... No, because it was winning left, it's still over. Yeah. Not too surprising there. I think it's good to take a shot, particularly having the 17 v 16 here. If you didn't have that, I don't think you'd ever play this out. Pretty risky to play it out anyway, but you never play it out if you don't have the 17-16 there. Yeah, the symbiote change did matter. You're right. Magneto affected it now instead of Killmonger. Yeah, that's funny. This deck, by the way, I feel like we're doing cool things, but we're still not maybe doing things as cool as our opponents, right? Do you guys get that vibe too? Like, we're making some cool big stature plays. I think the curve and lines are making sense as well. Like, we're playing things kind of roughly when we want to and so on, but despite our big powerful turn 6s, we're still not really... I feel like pulling ahead. Oh my goodness, dude. I guess this is just a play for Westview, isn't it? Because we don't have any other way to move power across. We have no way to win on Rickety Bridge or protect on Rickety Bridge. So here we just want to go as big as we can, right? Electro. Okay, so it could be Galactus, could be Ramp. That is a very unfortunate discard. It's Ramp, okay. Shuri Black Bolt Taskmaster would be pretty cool, actually. Shuri She-Hulk Taskmaster is ultimately just stronger though without the stature. If we had the stature, that would be kind of perfect, right? If we had discarded Moon Girl, we could go Black Bolt, Taskmaster, Stature. But here we'll just skip turn 5 and go She-Hulk, Taskmaster, and hope to win a tiebreaker. I don't know. They lost Dr. Doom, so that might really check their ability to contest Sanctum Sanctorum. Leech is going to contest my ability to win the game. I can tell you that. Okay. Let's go for, I guess, Black Bolt mid next turn and hope for the best, right? We can't really worry about Shang-Chi anymore. That's just not a concern. We can just toss the Sunspot there whenever. We're going to get Chavez, I guess, too, which is better than Black Bolt. But if Elysium sticks, we can still play Sunspot right next turn to negate the Rickety Bridge. They play an Armor, which is not impossible, by the way. Oh, God, Arrow, dude. This guy basically said, I'm going to play all the cards that you hate. He's just said, hey, I'm gonna take all the cards you hate and put them in one deck, okay? Does that sound good? Yeah, we can't do this. I'll play it out for you guys because we're literally floored out anyway, but you should retreat. Hey, Parthomore, thanks for the 38 months, dude. If Iron Man and Silver Surfer teamed up, they would be alloys. I like it. I like it a lot. They are alloyed. Alloyed. Wait, we don't want to tie here ever, do we? No, they have a bunch of Sunspot rollover, don't they? Close though. Sunspot, right? It doesn't matter, right? Because it's a tie contest at that state. I mean, I guess if you think they're gonna play something bigger than Sunspot, yeah, you do technically net 1 power, but it's a total power conversation. Plus, there's a good chance the opponent doesn't play right because they think you're gonna play right, or you're not gonna play right. It's just mind games at that stage. Ultimately, a power output conversation, though. Yeah, man, I feel like we're so close on this, and I don't know what to do to fix it or change it. Right? I don't know what we can do. I do want to change the name, by the way, because Moon Stature. I want fresh stats on this. We had the old deck stats in here with it. Is this a matchup problem? Are we just lacking power output? Is there a curve problem? Is there, like, what could we maybe do to improve this at all? Right? I don't really see any glaring flaws. Feels like we've had a few pretty close losses, to be honest. Maybe we just need to hit some positive variance here. I think that could be the difference. Let's just hit a wave of positive variance. I think I like that angle, that approach. If we lose, 3 or 4 more in a row or something, obviously we're gonna have a conversation, but otherwise. Do we leave a card in hand here for Moon Girl just to get me more resources? We're gonna get a 4-cost Black Bolt anyway with Quinjet. I actually kind of like the idea of Moon Girl connecting. If Black Bolt connects, though, well, that's fine too. The opponent's gonna have like no cards left, and certainly Sakar is gonna activate our Stature anyway. So I keep in my brain thinking that Black Bolt's symmetrical for some reason. I've got him in Moon Knight in the same bucket in my brain, but obviously not symmetrical. Okay. Zabu. We just have a lot of discounts right now, guys. A lot of discounts. Yeah, I don't hate the idea of a goose. It's kind of interesting. Hey, Humble Advantage, what's up? Thanks for 100 bits. Thanks for your tweet earlier. Saw your nice tweet earlier. Opponent has 5 cards in hand still because of Sentinel giving them stuff back. Angela as well. Do we rock a Moon Knight here? Only thing I'd hate to lose really is the 4-cost Black Bolt. I don't really want to lose She-Hulk either. We don't need to Moon Knight for the record because we've already activated Stature. The upside is additional power being played per energy. So we don't have any other ways to gain power per energy right now without a Sunspot in play. So let's take the risk. Really just this is the only bad discard. Yeah, I mean, She-Hulk we don't love, obviously, but Zabu was the hit, but it's fine. We have other ways to win late than She-Hulk. Yeah. I mean, all right. I don't know. Probably not really enough to beat this Angela if they decide to commit to it here, but we'll try at least. Negating them resources is always a good thing. is possible. Oh, we tie, I think. Yeah, it's a tie. All right. Oh no, Collector's not a tie, you idiot. Collector, you jerk. Ooh, now that's pretty interesting. We can go Taskmaster here, or probably just better off Black Bolt here. Same difference next turn, right? Probably just play a Titania there to try to win that, but Collector might demand a bigger commitment. We'll see. We're drawing Chavez next turn, so Stature's out. That's not a part of the conversation. So this is pretty much always our play. Yeah, we'll see. Devil Dino's big. That's scary. Armor gone. Devil Dino's less scary because of the Black Bolts, frankly, but still a pretty big hand. Agent 13. Okay. If we had 8 here and 5 here, do we win? I think there's a chance. I think there is a chance. I think we gotta add 8 because Collector can get bigger, right? Wish we could go the other way around, but Collector can get bigger, so we gotta respect Collector. Oh, how big is that, dude? Their hand's not that big, right? Oh, it's still 12? No way, dude. I'm gonna tie? Gonna tie there, but we lose the tie by 1 power. No, we tie. It's a straight tie. It's a straight tie. Oh my god, are you kidding me? How is it a tie? Ah, man, that is annoying. That is really annoying. What are your thoughts on Sandman changes? Like, it's a huge nerf to control decks? I don't think so, because... Oh, hey, My Otaku, by the way, thanks for the Prime sub. I don't think it's a nerf to control decks because you're almost always just trying to shut down turn 6 anyway. I mean, I guess maybe there's pockets of the meta where people are playing a lot of stuff on turn 5, but it's not really ever that in my case. It's almost always... people playing a lot of stuff on turn 6 because you got Deathwave is trying to play 2 cards on 6 or more. You've got all these She-Hulk decks that are trying to play multiple She-Hulks or Infinauts. You've got Sarah decks that are trying to play 3 or 4 cards on turn 6. So Sandman is functionally worth it at 5, I think. Well, that's a good roll for us to hit the Sunspot since we can outscale the negative zone debuff there. Man, a Shuri here into a top deck Black Bolt would be a dream. An actual freaking dream, wouldn't it? If we don't hit that, I think life's a little more complicated, but we'll see what we hit. We definitely want a Shuri here still, though, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Zambu is not a Shuri. So now we have a decision. Do we play like Stature for 14 into Taskmaster Titania for 19 on the final turn? I think that's a reasonably good choice to make. Means the Sunspot's never getting bigger in that case though, so might need to go here. I don't want to be winning is the problem for my Titania reveal. I want to be behind, which it's going to be hard to be behind. Might be better going here to be behind because they're more likely perhaps to steal the negative zone. I don't know if that's true though. I think they might actually take Citadel and Kunlun, huh? Yeah, I think that's more likely. But that does mean the Taskmaster's smaller on the final turn as well because we get -3. No, let's go here. It's pretty important to lose priority, but it's going to be hard to do it. We would have lost priority, right? But I guess we also have to ask, is this a deck that is... playing for priority is another question. And are they gonna play at a negative zone to spike negative zone? If they do, we lose Titania, but I think they're the least likely to play there, right? They discarded an Infinite, so are they gonna play a Hela? Just Hela Infinite? I guess you could play Hela here in net 3. We kind of need, we don't really need Titania to win Kunlun to flip it, right? We're gonna have 20 if we do. So Hella there, we would flip a Hella there. I don't know, is Hella actually where they're going though? This has got like Polaris, Spider-Man, Lizard. I don't know what their game is. What's the sixth turn? I don't know. This is a hard call. I don't know where to put this Titania. We might have picked the right spot, although kind of wasted maybe. What is this final turn? Oh, Ghost Rider plus something. We did not pick the right spot. There was no right spot. Taskmaster right. Yeah, I don't think we had it. That's too much power. Too much power. Zabu discounting Ghost Rider there, making a big play. Yeah, I don't think we had it, right? 5 here's not enough. 14 there's a waste. 5 here's not enough. I guess technically speaking, if we had played, no, Taskmaster pass isn't enough. No, I don't think we had it. Hey, Two-Tone Malone, dude, thanks to the 5 gifted subs. Grats to Burst, Burglar, JP Wildcat, Mastatak, Arts Plunge, and Cinnabar, man. That's really, really nice. We have 10 gifted subs tonight, guys. Thank you. Congrats, everybody, man. Two-Tone Malone's a legend. But yeah, somebody asked if Zabu's worth it for 2 cards. I think so, yeah. Number one, like, what else are you gonna run, right? What's you know, do you run a Lizard? Is 3 power worth it over a cheaper Moon Girl on curve, right? That's a question to ask. But that's really the goal, is if we can get Moon Girl down on 3, I think it's much easier to weave it in. I hate spending 4 on Moon Girl, basically. Yenzinho, dude, thanks for the 13 months. That's amazing. 4-month streak. Oh, that's an interesting thought. Titania could have maybe blocked the Ghost Rider. I think it works, he reveals first, but I don't know. That's a good thought, though. Interesting conversation. All right, Central Park. God, don't have a Killmonger. Please. Let's not fuel their Killmonger here. Invisible Woman is probably okay. We don't actually usually fill up too much on space, and we could hide some high power units there as well. We just need to make sure we got space for Moon Girl and such. I think we're probably gonna have to take a risky Moon Knight this turn. Oh boy, now I wish I had the space back, right? Let's think about this. There's probably a world where we don't really need to play anything else, because we've got 4 open spots outside of London, right? So if we play 3 cards in London, we're gonna fill 3 additional spots on board. So that could be like Black Bolt, Chavez at least on 5 and 6. So I guess we do have spot for a Moon Knight. I'm just gonna be really sad if it hits exactly Black Bolt. We gotta take some risks. Moon Girl's fine. We definitely don't need a Moon Girl. We need to draw Shuri here, really. Yeah, Zabu's not what we want to draw. Ghost Rider in this deck's an interesting thought. We didn't actually talk about Ghost Rider as one of our possible 4s. It's really just Moon Knight's the problem. We'd have to commit more discard to make it worth it, probably. Humble says, I'm gonna need you to snap on this one, Chief, and win. Okay. Sure. It's very low risk proposition for me. I think I'm better off floating here, maybe, in case we... I don't know, man. I don't really have a good line. Oh. Humble. Yes. Thank you. We were definitely gonna lose that game if not for the 1,000 bits. Thank you, Humble, for the 1,000 bits. That's awesome, dude. You are indeed a prophet. Job done. Easy win. Oh, it's same opponent. Oh, it's the same opponent. We know they're a quick retreater. Maybe we abuse this privilege and snap. No, I feel bad. Let's play this straight. We want some good games with our deck here. All right, that is definitely not a Zabu card. We can probably put Zabu here, though. That's fine. Angela scaling there is spooky. Go for the big Shuri left and just really lock that out. If we go Shuri into something big left. We could go Black Bolt on 5 and a Taskmaster Stature on 6. We still haven't really seen that line yet, though. Shuri here is going to reveal not this turn, but that doesn't matter. She's still going to reveal the next card we play, so kind of irrelevant. We don't have a great Moon Girl enabler, and it's just not great for Shuri, right? Really wish we'd gotten these two in the other order. Do we really go Black Bolt on 5 only? How do I win Vormir? Maybe we think Black Bolt's enough to win Vault, right? We get a She-Hulk here, we could also do that instead. We'll see. Think about cutting Chavez, guys. There's been a few times now where my brain has thought, is Chavez really the right choice? Scarlet Witch, that makes my life easier, actually. Okay. I've been sad to top deck Chavez instead of other cards numerous times. Is the upside of Chavez worth it? Since we have turn 6 plays that we like. Oh, that's a really good draw. Okay. But see, here's where I'm gonna want the Taskmaster instead of the Chavez again, right? I don't know about this, man. Also, is 16 enough here? 20 to 9. Potentially that's another 4. Maybe we give up the Vault. It's really hard to know how much they've committed Vault. I think we give it. We haven't really committed much there at all. They've committed a lot, so let's not try to contest a gone lane. I think it's dead. Yeah, they committed even more. So this is a good choice. I mean, technically we could actually be ahead there, but Sarah means Bishop's probably going to get to at least 20. Well, I don't know, actually, that's true. Only Sarah. They're probably playing 3 to 4 cards max. See, here's my real pickle. I just don't really think we're adding a meaningful amount of power here. Did they try to flip DC? They might have a Shang-Chi. It's pretty common in Sarah decks. Can I beat a Shang-Chi? Can I go here and just like really sneak this out? Add 12 here to beat a Shang-Chi. Do we think that's the real Mysterio is the question? This is kind of a spicy line. It's really playing to the snap in particular. The snap is making me think they're only gonna play a Shang-Chi. So this line becomes a little bit spicier this way. Maximus is still too big anyway though, sadly. So this was actually a pretty cool line to take. Oh yeah, with that being the real Mysterio, I think Shang-Chi was always a win. It's funny, we read this right based on the snap. We just didn't have the power output here to seal it. We certainly couldn't play these mid. That would lead to a loss in the tie. Yeah, I think good read. Good read. I'm really surprised they went so hard mid here. It just like I guess I didn't really have any disruptions or anything, but still. Yeah, man, I'm really torn on this deck, right? It honestly doesn't feel bad to me. I feel like every game we're so close. I don't know what to do to change it though. There's nothing jumping out at me to change this. Chavez is kind of jumping out at me, I guess. That's maybe the one thing I'm thinking a lot about. But beyond that, I don't have a lot of thoughts. Yeah, we talked about Arrow. I mean, certainly Arrow is one of the best cards in the game, or probably the best card in the game. I can't believe she didn't get nerfed. I'm worried if we put Arrow, every game is just going to devolve into She-Hulk Arrow, which... I mean, in theory, it's okay. You know, Shuri past She-Hulk Arrow is a proven model. That's not a bad thing, but I just don't. I mean, it does still work with Stature fairly nicely as well as a 1 cost. I'm worried the deck's still pretty meaty here for the Moon Girl. Demon is another upside to this. I mean, we've certainly seen the Hood Moon Girl stuff before. I don't know, man. I feel like that's too much. You don't want She-Hulk because you want a Black Bolt on 5. Well, no. Sometimes you want a Black Bolt on 5. Sometimes you want to skip 5 and play She-Hulk. 2 She-Hulks and 2 Statures, right? I'll say what I always say, right? You don't have to play every card every game, right? Sometimes you want a deck to have multiple lines. You know, if we look at like let's look at a Sauron list, right? Like I played this to Infinite this month, right? It's the same thing, right? Like sometimes you want to play She-Hulk, or you want to play Red Skull on 5, but that doesn't mean you don't want She-Hulk, right? Sometimes it's Red Skull Taskmaster, sometimes it's pass She-Hulk Taskmaster, right? Sometimes it's pass Arrow She-Hulk, sometimes it's Red Skull Arrow Ebony Maw, right? Like so in other words, you're not trying to create and play towards the perfect line every game. You're trying to create enough vectors to slice the deck different ways based on your hand. You know what I mean? So you need to have multiple angles to approach the end game because you're not going to have the perfect hand every time, right? So, you know, sometimes we might want Moon Girl She-Hulk. Sometimes we might want She-Hulk Arrow. Sometimes we might want Black Bolt Taskmaster. Sometimes, you know, so it's just about creating different angles, if that makes sense. So yes, there will be times when She-Hulk is dead because of Black Bolt, as you've acknowledged, but hopefully you have some other great post Black Bolt play, Arrow or Taskmaster or whatever. Other times you won't want to play Black Bolt because you got a big awesome She-Hulk play. That doesn't mean they don't go together necessarily. It just means that they don't go together. They don't love each other, but they both live at the, you know, they're not dating, but they both live in the same house. They're roommates, right? They're roommates. They're not lovers. Does that make sense? So like, you know, Stature and Black Bolt, lovers, right? Moon Knight and Stature, lovers. Moon Girl and She-Hulk, lovers, right? Taskmaster loves everybody. especially if they've been with Shuri in the past. Sunspot lives out in the garage. He's still like, that dude's weird. He can just go do his own thing. We don't need him. He's just always around. He's unwelcome, but he's just always there. He's just always there. Now Titania, Titania and I are lovers. Okay, that's where the analogy ends. It's quite an analogy, Regis. And I am now banned. All right, so let's see if this feels a little better. I mean, Arrow makes every deck better, honestly, so it's gonna feel better, obviously. This is a really awkward hand right now. This deck has 4 5-cost cards. Now, Stature's not really a 5-cost card, right? But Shuri makes things happen. Okay. Shuri, Black Bolt, Taskmaster would be great if we could find a Stature. And Volt certainly opens up a lot of opportunity here as well. Grand Central will probably want to play a big 5 in case we hit. Oh, this hand is dreamy. Oh, we can't really do Plunder Castle stuff, but that's okay. So this hand is just perfect. Actual perfect first game here. Ooh, that makes me nervous, but hopefully they can't contest a lot of stuff here. So this is the, oh, and Black Bolt might also screw them a little bit because it might have 0 cost stuff. Black Bolt might be the perfect counter. So we'll go Black Bolt left. And then we have Taskmaster Stature on 6. Arrow, we can't really use much because Plunder Castle, we kind of know where everything's going. Arrow would actually be a pretty good grab in Grand Central just to get a 7 power unit, right? That's fine. And the opponent might want to play into Volt on 5 as well, so Arrow would be a pretty good grab. If we get Moon Knight, forget it. No, we don't want Moon Knight discarding something good would be really sad. Yes, you probably should have snapped, by the way, when you saw the Shuri come in and the Stature in particular, but I don't want to lose this game to YouTube. If I snap, the opponent might go away. Make me very sad. What do we discard? Oh, Absorbing Man. Interesting. So Absorbing Man now works with Wong. No, no. Oh, that's great. That's fine. That's totally fine. They lost their Silver Surfer. Oh, that's fine too. That's, oh no, it's not fine. There's 2 of them. Oh God. Do I win a tie? It's gonna be Odin, isn't it, bro? He's got 1 card in hand. It's gonna be Odin, isn't it? I don't even win a tie anyway. They're up by 6. I'm adding 16 and 7. It's possible, right? It's possible. Oh, that's pretty small. Yeah, we actually might win a tie. Is that 6 enough? I think we do win the tie. Yeah, we do. Wow. Wow, what a roller coaster game, dude. God, imagine they deleted 26 power from me and we still won. Taskmaster works if something's dead, by the way, as you see, in case anybody wondered. Oh, they're giving us the mode on Stature. Well, that's a great first game with this new list. Man, that went perfectly, actually. That was really cool. Also, I need to change the name of this again. Let's just call it Stature Hulk. I don't know. Whatever. I just want, I know my deck tracker changes the data when I change the name, so I just want a new name. I'm gonna take a pee break, guys. I forgot to pee before the stream. I'll be right back. We'll keep this rolling. I'm actually kind of hopeful for this build. Arrow didn't do anything that game, of course. It was functionally exactly the same as other games, but it felt good for once. So call it the Big Women deck. Nope. No, I mean, it actually is a very fitting name because we're making them bigger with Shuri. It's about 2 really big women, She-Hulk and Stature. It's a good name, to be honest. It's a fair name. The Big Ladies deck. Tell my wife I was playing with the big women on stream. I'll be right back. Yeah, I saw all the new bundles. We should do a review on stream of that stuff. Actually, that sounds kind of fun to go through that. I always wonder if that would be an interesting video or not. Do you guys want to see videos on that stuff? My like non-gameplay snap videos never seem to actually do quite as well. Like my patch review today, that stuff always does really well in Hearthstone, so I don't know. Doesn't do as well in Snap. I don't know what the difference is yet. I want to do some variant reviews with chat up for some shorts. I get a lot of good gameplay shorts, but I just want some like in the can shorts for YouTube that are just easy to make. Okay, this is interesting. This is gonna be a really big final turn if we want. It does mean I'm only playing what I can see here on 5. I guess you're better off playing the Statures first. I can also just play Quinjet plus, I don't know, something. This Scorpion here, I feel like, has really made me sad. What did the opponent get there? A Taskmaster, I guess? Yeah, everything else discounted. Do we just play all the Statures out now? I'm drawing Chavez. Oh, you know what we should do? We should make the ones that are copies. Yeah, we need to be careful with this. These will go to 0, and I can play them with a Chavez. Can I risk the Titania here? Revealing first. I don't know. It's kind of. Oh yeah, we cut Chavez. Ah, crap. Yeah, shoot. No, we cut Chavez. Okay, these still go to 0, right? So that's fine. We can wait on that. Let's chill. I forgot we cut the Chavez, bro. Mr. Fantastic only? Oh, this still goes at 1. Oh, shoot. Okay, that actually makes sense. It's setting its cost. Not. Oh, that does change my power output this turn though, unfortunately. Yeah, if I'd played this last turn, we'd have 6 more or 4 more power because I could put in a Titania. Yeah, this feels okay. We're contesting Jotunheim. I'm kind of expecting a Dr. Doom, I guess, actually, if I think about it right. I think I'm kind of expecting a Dr. Doom, so I need to beat 2 plus 4 here is 6. I'd go to 7. I think I might like this better. This Titania may or may not be right, depending on where the Dr. Doom goes. I guess Dr. Doom here is only 14. I don't actually need a Stature. Oh, the opponent has decided I've taken too long. Yeah, I think this is actually right. I think this was an Electro ramp deck that didn't hit any ramp. All the other pieces kind of look like that. I mean, I didn't really learn enough about the deck to know, I guess, but wait, so would Wave make Stature still a 1? Yes, and we saw it actually. It did. She is constantly updating her text to cost 1. Unlike cards like She-Hulk or Death that say cost 1 less, they're getting set by Wave and then modifying it lower, right? Stature is just always going to cost 1. So it's not like she costs 4 less, right? It's not a discount. It's a setting of the value. So that's why also Quinjet did not affect her. It's like Quinjet's text is saying, hey, you're supposed to cost 1 less. And she already cost 1. So you might say, oh, she's going to go down to 0 because Quinjet's, but she's updating herself permanently as a effect. So she set herself to 1 even with Quinjet. Yeah, Miles is a good example. Yeah. 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 Good to know for Quinjet, by the way. Quinjet, debatably less valuable in this deck because of that, but Moon Girl, hopefully you still have enough upside for Quinjet, I hope. Okay. Zabu is good. We like Zabu. Good night, Humble Advantage. Have a good one. Sleep tight. May you dream of Stature and She-Hulk and so on. I wish you the very best of dreams. Do we skip 4 for an Arrow and or a She-Hulk? It's not, and is not the right word since we're playing Shuri on 3 here. I definitely don't think we're playing a Moon Knight. Yeah, I think we play She-Hulk next turn, most likely. She'll be very cheap, so we can play her with other stuff here. Maybe a Goose to limit their ability to play something big. I don't know where we like the Goose, to be honest, but maybe a District X. We could like Heimdall right next turn, if nothing else. You know what we could also do? We could maybe set up for an Arrow. Oh, whoa. We can set up for an Arrow right as well if we think we're winning left and mid pretty safely here. If they don't play it to mid, which I don't think they're often going to. Just use Arrow here for the win. Arrow being a good card, you know. As she is. Seems safer to me. We're revealing first too, so Their own arrow won't even hurt us. Cool. Arrow just wins games, man. Sometimes. I mean, it's not over yet, of course. Things can go wrong, but Arrow wins games. Like Doctor Doom kind of thing could go wrong. I'm not expecting that. We saw Swordmaster and She-Hulk from their actual deck. So I don't know what the plan is there. Victory. They didn't trust it either way. Dude, this retreat thing coming after the victory is really throwing me for a loop. Every time it's tripping me up. It's a little weird. So hey, I don't think that the taking Chavez out was a like super material change. Although Arrow did just win us a game for the record, so maybe it is a material change. But we're 3-0 since we did it. Something happened. I don't know what it was, but now we're winning a lot. Or no, maybe we're not 3-0. Maybe we're 3-1. I think I lied. No, this isn't up to date. Hold up. No, we are. We're 3-0. Yeah. Wait, I named the deck Moon Hulk though. Stature Hulk. This is not updating. What the heck? I got the wrong deck. Where's my deck, bro? Sorry, guys. 1 second. I don't know. This didn't update. Whatever. It's all good. We'll figure it out. All right. Yeah, Titania's a little sad here. Hands definitely a clunky opener. No Quinjet, no Zabu, no Sunspot means we didn't really get a good chance to dump our cards that we wanted to. Moon Knight into Shuri here could be pretty good. Moon Knight into Moon Girl is kind of okay. Oh, this is the Moon deck. I suppose we have 2 Moon characters. Moon Knight Shuri gone. Okay. Quicksilver Domino Mr. Fantastic. Kind of. Oh, dude, that's a bad spot for Stature to be. Can we get away with the turn 5 Moon Girl to hit the Statures and the Titanias that way? Sure is a lot weaker, and there's almost nothing I can play with it, to be honest. But it does give me a pretty monster final turn. Now that said, I can't play into Hellfire Club at all with these though. It's just literally 0 chance to contest Hellfire Club, so I can't win that, and Vault will be closed. So I don't think that's the answer, right? That seems wrong. I don't really think this is very good either, for the record, but what is this? Just like an Agatha? I don't know what the opponent's deck is, dude. I'm dumbfounded, man. I am dumbfounded. I'll tell you. Yeah, this seems okay. Just win mid and then arrow our way to victory with a Titania on the final turn. I guess we're probably gonna be behind on a tie though, usually. Did the opponent just retreat again? What is going on, dude? I can't get a game. Everybody's terrified of my Moon Knight. The victory screen is so dramatic now. I don't even hear it, by the way. I don't even have the headset in, but you guys, it probably sounds even more dramatic with sound, doesn't it? This deck ended up at 4 straight wins, I think, guys. I really wish. Oh, here we go. Is this the right match history? Yes. Okay. When did I change the deck? I don't know. This data got all wacky. Sorry, opponent. Sorry, opponent. Sorry, opponent. EP3PO. Executive producer 3PO. Bringing you the hottest movie of the summer. Yeah, I did wish for positive variance and we hit it. Yeah, for real. Scorpion sad. All my doubled up effects get twice as debuffed. Zabu here is not a great enabler, honestly. Let's just Moon Knight. We don't have any of our 4s for the Zabu, so I'm not that excited about it. Not Stature is the goal here. Okay, Arrow's fine. We got rid of their Doctor Doom. So definitely some kind of rampy, good cardsy kind of deck. Yeah, I mean, we can commit all this, I guess. It's a little locked in. I mean, if I drew a Moon Girl next turn, though, like, would I play a Moon Girl just to double up the statures? I don't think so, right? In other words, I think I would stick to Black Bolt plus whatever between the 2 top decks I have. Hope for something bigger. I don't know. Nightcrawler, man, they are not adding a lot of power here. I might go for a Sandman this turn. There is the Moon Girl, but again with the Moon Girl, same sort of conversation as if they have that Sandman. We had this conversation before. Like, the Moon Girl doesn't really work for the turn 6 pop off against Sandman decks. This doesn't look like Sandman though. Shang-Chi gone, but we don't have a Shang-Chi-able card currently anyway. She-Hulk. Oh god, now this always becomes the hard part. How much do you commit to New York versus not? I never know, man. Like, are they gonna move a She-Hulk to New York? Are they not gonna move a She-Hulk to New York? How much do I move to New York? I think we want to make sure we maintain a lead where we have a lead, so leaving 9 here kind of makes sense. I think we can probably move Stature and then play a Titania. Try to win New York. We're adding 11, 13, and we're down 6. I don't know, man. Does flipping New York really make sense? Because we know they can't move that power, right? Maybe we're just better off flipping elsewhere. Trying to hold our lead here. I hate that this isn't much of a lead, though. So easy for them to flip that. Yeah, New York makes life so impossible. You never really know. We picked the wrong spot, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, it's just a hard one to know. They're literally just gonna play a Chavez. I mean, that's tough. It feels kind of bad that we weren't able to beat a Chavez, for the record. That's leaving me a little salty. Like, God, how it's the deck bad if we can't beat Chavez? That's a little tough. I feel like it's not, but that stings a little bit. All right. Moon Knight left seems fine here. Zabu really a turn late, I would say. If we could keep Moon Girl and She-Hulk, we're just over the moon happy, though. Maybe if we go Zabu, She-Hulk on, or Moon Girl on 4, skip 5 for the double She-Hulks on 6. Can't play a Taskmaster, though, if you go double She-Hulk. But you can play a lot of other stuff, right? Well, not Black Bolt. Shuri. Probably not a Stature, though. Yeah, I think I like this a little more. A Quinjet would be a good draw here this next turn, too, potentially. Their own Sunspot, okay. This could be big. Oh, the Claw, dude, that's funny. Claw, you idiot, point the other way. What are you doing? You look stupid, Claw. So now Moon Knight on 4 and Moon Girl on 5. If we can hit the boy, dude. If we hit Taskmaster off this, we are just over the moon. We float 2 on 5 actually, though, only. So these would only be, I guess, 3 each. So you can play 1 She-Hulk and 2 Statures. It's really not that interesting, is it? Is there a chance the opponent... Oh, I'm not even copying the Stature anyway this turn. So this is really just playing for the She-Hulks. She-Hulk plus Shuri is a pretty decent chance to draw. No, there's no chance to draw because I'm top decking. That's not true. This is the play. We're not top decking because we're filling the hand and we're skipping turn 5. Oh, Sandman gone. Okay. Oh no, dude, we lost the Stature. No, that's the whole point. Sandman gone though makes our life pretty interesting. Now we could just Moon Girl double She-Hulk, right? You can even Quinjet in that case because one of them will cost 4 and one of them will cost... Oh no, you can't. No. Only float one. One costs 5. No, that doesn't make sense. In this case, they both cost 4. No, this doesn't work either. No, this plan's bad. No, this plan doesn't work, guys. Is it just She-Hulk Taskmaster in this case then? This can go to 15 for the Taskmaster, so it's kind of neat. Yeah, that's the move. Okay. Ah, screw you, Arrow. So, do we try to win with a mid flip or do we try to just secure? We got left pretty strong anyway. We win with a mid flip, right? We go here. They need to add 19 power here, which I think usually this deck's playing 1 card per turn because they're a Sandman deck. Something like Doctor Doom's not that good. Something like Odin or Magneto would have 17 left, for instance. That's not enough. Yeah, I think this is fine. Should be okay. It took me a long time to find these lines this game, by the way. My God. It's like, there's a lot of little permutations technically in these sorts of decks, right? I don't know yet. They're thinking about it. We could play the Taskmaster right to be like really sneaky, but I don't think so. These Sandman control decks seem to just keep losing to us, man. I don't know. Maybe because we discarded their Sandman for the record. Having She-Hulk Taskmaster as an option is pretty strong, but I'm not sure. We seem to do okay against those, though. So we're actually 5-1, I think, guys, since we updated this deck. That's pretty good. Oh, hey, Sakaar is great for us. Oh, no, that's not a discard. Never mind. No, it's not. Not so great. Titania could actually go pretty bad for us. We'll see. Oh, no! No, Titania, no. God. Oh, God! I jinxed everything. That went as poorly as humanly possible. My God, dude. Can I win off Shuri She-Hulk, though? Maybe. Maybe we can. It's not impossible. Shuri She-Hulk is actually pretty legit. Fortunately, this Titania now is just in there. It's just gone. We can't get it back if we play a card. No, I guess I can. I can get it back. No, I can play Shuri there to get it back, actually. No. I can play 2. Well, I can't really play Moon Knight, though. Because I risk losing one of my combo pieces. I guess I just play Shuri and then whatever, one of my She-Hulk Taskmasters. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, we just pass. It's literally just 3 cards played this game and hope to win, right? So we'll play Shuri there to bounce it in, and then whatever our final play is to bounce it back. Which is actually gonna make sure we win that, and we just have to win one of these other spots. Yeah, Sandman here would kind of screw me, but otherwise we're fine. Okay. We don't need that. We don't need Black Bolt. We lost Stature anyway, so yeah. We just gotta pick which spot to win with Taskmaster / She-Hulk, whichever we want. Probably functionally about the same. We wouldn't expect a Cosmo in this deck, right? I don't think we'd expect a Cosmo. Whew. Yeah, Arrow is always a threat. Yeah, we can't really beat Arrow too much. Wave is fine too, yeah. Actually, that's amazing. This is... Well, Arrow still beats me, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, we can't play around Arrow ever, but whatever. We do our best. They already lost Death, so the wave was probably more about disrupting me. He screwed up? Nah. Not really. Arrow still wins. I have no reason to play Taskmaster there. Arrow's how they win. If they have Arrow, they still win, right? So it doesn't really matter. Killmonger. Okay. Oh, actually we're fine. Yeah. Okay, cool. No Arrow. What do you know? All right. Sometimes you gotta play it out, right? You gotta make them have it. Victory. They didn't have it. 3 cards in deck, so not always there. Good little win. We played 3 cards in 1. That's fun. Really, the Killmonger was kind of interesting, by the way, right? I mean, I guess they knew I was gonna get the Titania, so they hoped that was an 8 power advantage in one way or another. Yeah, exactly. If I can't have Titania, no one can. I don't blame them. Okay, Quinjet, go get it, buddy. It's actually fine. I probably don't want to play Arrow a lot this game anyway with Moon Girl She-Hulk, right? You cannot scale that. We're gonna skip turns for She-Hulk almost always, I think. Oh, dude, even cheaper Moon Girl. Let's go. Arrow back to 5 as well. It's beautiful. I love it. Okay, so I guess our biggest... Oh, that's an Arrow for them. Okay, let's keep that in mind, because that could really mess up my final turn. This Arrow's 4, dude. That's so sick. That's actually so sick. Yeah, I think we even play it this turn, right? We were gonna skip turn 5 traditionally with this, so let's Arrow here. Maybe we fill up Shadowland and make their life a little awkward. They play a couple small cards here. Oh, they got a snap going. Okay, must have a Sandman for me, huh? Is a Sandman this turn? That does make my life a lot harder, I'll say. No, they got the Arrow. Is that my Arrow? No, that's their Arrow. Okay, so they still have another Arrow. Let's keep that in mind. Dude, if I hit a crazy Moon Knight here, I still float 4. I could have a turn next turn where I play double She-Hulk, because one of them is gonna cost 1. One costs 2. That's 3. Stature would cost 1, is 4. Titania is 0. But if I lose a She-Hulk here, I'm really sad, right? If I lose the Stature, I've kind of wasted the purpose of the turn. I guess actually, because we have the Arrow, we're gonna have a 0 cost She-Hulk, a 1 cost She-Hulk, and a 5 cost Arrow, right? I think we like that. Oh, we got Elysium too. I forgot Elysium and Quinjet are making these basically free. I think we pass. I think we pass. Sandman's our nightmare, right? I thought they were gonna play it last turn, but they played Arrow, so maybe there's no Sandman. Sandman murders us. Sandman, we hate Sandman. How's it so far? This iteration has actually worked out pretty well, I have to say. That is really annoying, bro. We don't appreciate that, sir. I'm revealing first, so Titania is actually a risk for me, right? I mean, if we actually trust the arrow, we don't need anything, right? I guess, do we? They're not playing more than 3 cards with no discounts. Their own arrow will be pulled here, so that's irrelevant. This should be fine, though, right? Should be fine. I think we're okay. What could they really do? I mean, I guess like a Dr. Doom could maybe be a little bit of an issue. I think I added enough right, though, that it's fine. Still yet. We just have to make sure we outscale left in case they play big stuff. Shang-Chi gone. Okay, that would have been nuts. They went for Arrow Sunspot instead. Okay. I think, isn't that a solved loss for them? Like, I guess they don't know I have the She-Hulks, right? So I guess nothing's solved for them, but they know I have the arrow because they saw it. That's my arrow. So I guess maybe they thought they could just outscale me here. Like if I only had arrow and something small, like they thought they'd just beat me on power. Or, well, I don't know. They played the sun. Which card did they play here, actually? I guess the Sunspot was here. Yeah, that would have been a little bonus power there. Surprised they hung in on that one. Bot logic? I don't know if it was a bot, was it? Do bots use titles? Alright. Oh, it's a win. Not a stature win, but God, how many games have we won because we put arrow in the deck, by the way? I mean, legit. We've probably won 3 or 4 games already just because arrow's in the deck. It's really sort of disturbing how good arrow has made this deck all by herself. It does feel like we're often just kind of a She-Hulk arrow deck. I'll be honest, Stature is feeling like she's kind of taken second fiddle a little bit. Which, that's okay, you know, it doesn't have to be the best card in the deck always, as long as it's doing something sometimes. That's all right. If we're still winning games, it's goal achieved. Oh, so this is a good Black Bolt Stature game with Shuri. If we get a Taskmaster in particular, I think we're going to be really happy campers. Really happy campers. And Morag's going to be good there too. Oh, dang, dude. It's also a good She-Hulk game. I think we want to go Black Bolt Stature here, though, probably. Even Black Bolt Arrow Stature is pretty good too, isn't it? Yeah, that'll be nice as well. Yeah, a lot of good lines here this game. Jubilee, okay, that could be scary big. How big? Pretty big. Yeah, good for their Lockjaw deck presumably too. Although Wasp and Hand already and no Thor, so did that actually whiff? Too lazy to know what their card count should be. Frankly, just too lazy to sort it out. If they play a Thor here, oh no, that's going in the deck, so no discard there. Yeah, I think this is fine, right? We'll play for the win here mid, and then hopefully we'll arrow Stature our way to victory next turn. If we hit Taskmaster, that's probably going to be better, just trying to overwhelm on stats. Oh, scratch that. We just arrow for the win. Oh, scratch that. We just Taskmaster for the win. I think arrow's risky here because of Dr. Doom, right? If I go here and they play a Dr. Doom, well, I guess actually we beat Dr. Doom here, don't we? Because arrow beats it. This beats Shang-Chi, importantly, if they have a Shang-Chi. It beats a Dr. Doom. Beats a Magneto. Beats... Does it beat Captain Marvel? Yes. This should be fine, right? Should this be fine? They're talking snap, which is a lot like talking smack. Doom is okay because Arrow pulls him here and we just win by 2 here because Arrow beats Doom, right? Oh, they're just retreating, I guess. Man, people are really sad about the the emoting. I don't know, man. Like, I used to emote people to when I would give away cubes, like with my booster farm deck. I don't do this as much anymore, but I used to just give people 8 cubes all the time. I would try to emote them into 8 cubes, but emoting when you've already conceded and stuff is kind of sad. I don't know. I feel bad about that. All right. Sandman can't even stop us with arrow, dude. Really, it's remarkable the difference in this deck with arrow and without it, guys. We were like, I think we were about like 3 and 6 or something. So, you know, roughly a 33% win rate. I'm kind of making that number up, but roughly we were probably about 3 out of 9, right? We won 3, lost 6. Since we've added arrow to the deck, we have won 7 and lost once. I think there was a little bit of variance there because I kept saying like, oh, you know, the deck felt better than it was performing and stuff. So I'm sure we hit a streak of variance and good luck too, but man, the arrow difference so far has been remarkable. So this is actually a pretty cool Moon Girl. Well, we're not gonna get an extra stature, are we? Because the hand is too full. We got a Shuri actually. This would be a good time for a Shuri. We could go Shuri, Black Bolt, Stature, Taskmaster. Not in that order. Oh, the nut. Okay. Stature can go left too, importantly. Yeah, we're kind of flexible to do whatever here, but I don't want to be revealing first if I can help it. So I guess Black Bolt's gonna have to go mid probably. Okay, that's either Stature, Black Bolt, or Taskmaster. They're revealing first. So thankfully the Black Bolt here will not hit the Stature if they got it and play it. Right? We're down 8 here, right? Let's just go for a fresh spot to win. Flipping this kind of feels good because they're limited to 1 position, but they could actually win that with like just a big unit, like a 12 power or something. So let's do this instead. They go for Dark Hawk instead. All right, that we can kind of beat that, but it's a little risky if we go for the Stature there. We might just do this instead, right? It's a little risky. Well, let's see. What would they play? They'd have to play like Idiot Rock Guy and Korg to buff that up enough, right? Because Korg's only worth 4, which pushes that to 12, but they could put or Rock Slide, I mean. Korg, I don't know, they can put whatever they want there, though. This is probably more likely to win. I don't think they're going to go toe-to-toe for 16. I guess we could play around a Shang-Chi like this as well, though. If they added like 6 power here with a Rock Slide, for instance, it'd go to 14, but we'd go to 16, so that'd be okay. We beat most... Yeah, we would beat most plays. This beats Shang-Chi mid in particular, which I do like. Because Shang-Chi's not unlikely in a Zabu deck. I like this better. They play the Rock Slide there, though. We lose. Oh, just the White Queen. We made the right play, but they had to kind of not add an additional card in mid, which... kind of surprised they did. I'm surprised they thought I was gonna double down mid, right? Like, why wouldn't they try to shore up right? You know? Really surprised by that. Did we know they had a second White Queen? Oh, we did. We might have should have planned around that instead of a Rock Slide, because that could have gave us the Dark Hawk advantage if we'd clicked in here to see that this was the copy. That might have helped us. We could have maybe not played around Rock Slide. I mean, still, the odds of them having a Rock Slide, frankly, is pretty good. It's not like they don't have a Rock Slide necessarily. And frankly, they could have just played this here. It costs 3, so it can go in Big House. So there's just no really way to know for us, is there? I think we made the right play, probably. Just unfortunate placement by the opponent. Really surprised they doubled down on the Shang-Chi there. Like, I don't think I ever would have played behind the Shang-Chi there, honestly. Like, that's the one place you expect to swing, and you expect me to have a non-commitment, right? Aren't you guys surprised by that? Hey, Alucard, what's up, man? I don't think I ever would have played White Queen there. Like, why play the White Queen there? Like, do you really think I'm going to put a card? I did, so, I mean, it happened, right? Let's clarify. I did play a card behind there to play around the Shang-Chi, so it happened. So it's not impossible that somebody would do that. I just don't think I would have done that on their end. I don't think I would have anticipated that. I think my argument would have been, hey, the Shang-Chi's enough to swing. Let's count on the Shang-Chi and stabilize another lane, right? Like, I don't think I would want to double commit to the lane I'm swinging that hard. You know, I think I would have tried to stabilize another lane. Interesting takeaway to learn from there. Pretty good game, though. That was kind of the perfect Stature Black Bolt Shuri game, so I'm definitely gonna put that one in the video, even though we lost it. That's gonna be a good one to showcase that line. Okay, man, this is a Moon Girl hand. Zabu? Oh, still a Moon Girl hand, man. Can we hit the Moon Knight and not hit one of our awesome cards, please? Oh no! No, you jerk. It's ruined. No, Titania's a 5-1. Come, no. Why? Everything went wrong all at once, man. Oh my God. This is how you get absolutely murdered. Cool. Great news. I'm so excited by this. If I hit a Taskmaster, can I still win, man? This is a big deck. They're not going to want to put a lot of stuff here, and I could put a Stature here really easily to win this. But I can't put a Taskmaster there to win it, and I can't put an Arrow there to win it, so I'm just thinking maybe I put the Black Bolt there now. Yeah, I don't know. It's worth a shot. Oh, they put a card here too. That's unfortunate. 0 Sunspot though. Oh, whoa. Yeah. Oh, I'm an actual idiot. I'm an actual idiot. I'm an idiot. I said I can't play a Taskmaster here, but it never occurred to me that I also can't play a Black Bolt here. You actual moron. You idiot. Strike that game for the record. That doesn't go against the deck. That goes against the pilot. It's not the plane's fault if the pilot's an idiot, right? All right, this is a good hand. We need Shuri for this hand. We need maybe Moon Girl too, but we'll have to snipe a good Moon Knight target. Oh, okay. This is a good Shuri Black Bolt line. Yeah, we have to make a decision here about the Moon Knight if we think it's going to be worth it or not. Oh, this is a Galactus stack. So how do we beat Galactus stack? Arrow can be the Galactus stack. Depending on the ramp and stuff. What? There's the Arrow. I think the hand is full enough. We can risk the Moon Knight here. Although, man, Arrow just beats Galactus usually. But so does, honestly, She-Hulk Stature, probably, with a Shuri on the final turn. Like, this could be the final turn. So you got 22, 29. That often also would beat Galactus. Yeah, if we discard Galactus, yeah, that's... Okay, job done. I like that. That's a good argument. Let's just discard the Galactus, right? That's fine, too. Here it is. Oh, Spider-Man. Okay, that's good, but we're gonna deny Galactus anyway, so let's snap this. We have the Arrow. They might not be expecting that. I don't know. They might think I'm just snapping because of the Spider-Man, right, and not realize I'm snap. Oh, they counter snapped. Dude, the confidence on these freaking Galactus players, bro. Are they gonna, like, maybe they're going to Maybe they're just gonna Doc Ock me because I snapped. Oh, he's revealing first. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I thought I was revealing first, but he played the wave here. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. We need to make a new game plan then. Because we gotta win off this. Oh god. Oh, what have I done? What, I've made a huge mistake. There's no Spider-Man, right? So if we skip turn 5, we better off playing the Moon Girl now, Shuri on 5. Then I have double Stature and a Black Bolt. We can't play both of those though, because Black Bolt's the wrong size. Oh, I've made a huge mistake. Yeah, it's not gonna trigger, you're right. Unless I pick the right lane. Oh, I picked the wrong lane. Oh god, everything went wrong. What have I done? I've made a huge mistake. Oh god. I've made a huge mistake. Cue the Arrested Development. I mean, is this big enough? Is this big enough? I think we gotta worry about Doc Ock here. I think we gotta worry about Doc Ock. Death already and Yondu. Are we? I mean, what? Yeah. This is 16 and 7. I'm gonna go to 25. 2 and 16 is 18 and 7 is 25. Are they just gonna play like a Chavez here? I mean, this is technically winnable. Incoming Shang-Chi, please. They Shang-Chi, I'm the happiest man on earth. I'm worried about Null, Magneto. Honestly, Null's not even big. Actually, no, Null's not that worrying. Null only has like 5. Well, Null is 10 actually. That would be just big enough. Slightly bigger than a Chavez. Let's see. I'm curious, man. We can lose cubes, no big deal. Oh, Null's 10. It's literally one too big. No, dude. No. No. No! Me playing this Shuri cost me, dude. If I hadn't played that Shuri into the Galactus, this would only be 8. It's one too big. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. They might have a bigger card instead, like Chavez at 9. We would have tied. Unbelievable. Taking Shuri away till you learn how to use her. What? That wasn't a Shuri mistake. We just played an extra Shuri for no reason. I mean, it did actually benefit us a little. No, it never did. No, it just literally cost us 2. But if we'd picked the right lane, it would have benefited us a little. We would have had an additional 2 because we would have gotten a Shuri to 4 on the final turn. So 2, 4, 16, 7, right? If we'd picked the right location, it might have made the difference. But it was just a 50-50 pick. I actually was surprised they picked Atlantis, by the way, because that made it more likely their Galactus was going to be a priority problem. But anyway, it's a separate conversation. All right. Eternity range. Scary. We can still Zabu. That's fine. We don't really care much about a rock here, do we? I think that's fine. We can add a lot of power per spot pretty easily. Instead, they get a rock. Nice. Falcon? Bro, I need hand space. Is this real, dude? I need hand space. That's literally the only thing I care about is hand space, man. Double Stature here. I will get a double Stature, right? And then I can go Black Bolt, Stature, Stature if I want. But I can go Black Bolt Taskmaster anyway. I guess Black Bolt Stature is still better though, because that's 14. And I can play something else as well, potentially like a Shuri or a Arrow, maybe if I get to, or a Titania, whatever. I will draw one more card, so that is relevant. Yeah, this seems fine. I mean, are we ever better off skipping turn? No, we'll play the Black Bolt. This is okay. Squirrel does screw me a little bit though. Spider-Man. Lady Thor is a problem. Ugh, I hate trying to beat this Typhoid Mary, right? It's a real pain. She's so big. This only takes me ahead by 2, and then I have only Stature, really. That's my big option here. We might discard a 0 if they don't use it now, but you kind of assume they're going to use it now on that Lockjaw. Do we ever snipe back the Lockjaw lane if it's small enough? Yeah, we can, actually. If they get like a Wasp there or something, or a whatever, a Mule, I guess no Mjolnir, but okay. Let's see. Total failure. They stole my name. they straight up stole my name. That's rude. Why is Typhoid a superpower? That is hilarious. Why is indeed Typhoid a superpower, man? I don't know either. I don't know either. Oh, Leech they didn't play. I went for Spider-Man instead. I like that. We are tied here though, which means they are gonna have to add some power here. And we hit the Shuri. Oh my god, dude. So this pulls us ahead here unless they hit the hammer exactly. It was a 1 in 4 to hit the hammer. Do I need 14 power here to win? Will 7 win this for me, I guess is the question. If they're playing here, they have to play the hammer here, right? They have to play the hammer here. So I think I don't even really need like in other words, if they play the hammer, we lose here, but we actually no, if they play the hammer, we lose. Yeah, we actually need to make this the big Shuri here, I think is my argument, in case they play the hammer. Because this puts me up 11-0. They could move Nightcrawler over though and play a hammer and something big and still win. Oh shoot. This is actually a really hard call. I don't know. What's the biggest card in there? We may have done this backwards. I don't know. This is a really hard call. It's not the hammer. Uh-oh, I think I did it backwards. Oh no, we did it backwards. No. Oh no, we're fine. We win. Magneto's only 11. All good. Never mind. Never mind. All good. Just kidding. Okay, actually, that being a pretty significant breakpoint at 12 probably does signal that this is the right play to play around hammer. Because if we lose 7 here, we lose the hammer, right? But we still beat a 12 here. This is probably correct. Yeah, the squirrel coming back with a vengeance, dude. The squirrel is a baller. Yeah, that's probably the right play. Because this beats hammer plus Magneto and beats Magneto. Hammer plus smaller thing, we were still covered. I can't imagine anything bigger than 12 is basically the argument. This deck might have something like an Infinite, but it wouldn't be playable because they played cards last turn. So 12 is probably the reasonably largest threat we should expect in this deck. We beat 12 thanks to the Typhoid Mary, of course, but that's obviously part of the calculation. So yeah, this was correct. Can't say we really were heads up about that decision, but in hindsight, feels good. Sunspotter at least nice. This is a big hand. Yeah, Zabu's cool. Stature She-Hulk's cool. Titania's cool. If we get like a Moon Girl here, I guess we don't have all the stuff we want, but maybe enough to be interesting. Fisk Tower Arrow is a line for us to consider. How come Magento is only as strong as Hulk and not like 13 power? Magento just not. I can't not laugh at. I can't not laugh at Magento. Magento is so funny. Is Moon Girl actually a play we even want to make here? I think that's a really, really interesting question. Because I don't really need copies of all this. I have a pretty good Black Bolt Stature line. Copies of Titania, I mean, they are kind of helpful, but I lose my other draws is what I'm concerned about. I definitely don't care about another Taskmaster. This means I can't ever hit a Shuri or an Arrow as reliably. I don't think it's time to Moon Girl is the moral of the story here. Okay, that's really sad. I guess in theory I'd prefer it that way than the other way. Yeah, this is fine still. See, we're only getting 2 cards ever. The hand's just too full, right? So I think we just She-Hulk now. Oh yeah, new featured location. What is it? I didn't even see. I forgot to look. Scarlet makes sense, fine. Armor, okay. So now we're guaranteed to snipe back Titania if we want, and then they can't take it back. Is that a waste for the Black Bolt though? Because we could do that with any card next turn, right? Really, any card's fine for that. Like Shuri probably wins this with the Titania flip back. I say that, but that's kind of iffy. Black Bolt, a little overcommitment here, arguably. We might want to consider flipping instead. Depends on where we think the opponent's really putting any power here. What are they even gonna play? Polaris Viper, Scarlet Witch, some kind of control-y deck. Maybe a Sandman comes down. Sandman is a pickle for me if I don't play Black Bolt here. Maybe we just do this to beat Sandman. I'm not sure. Shang-Chi, okay. Juggernaut gone. That's actually kind of interesting to see. Does this just always win? No, this often does not win. Shoot. How did we end up in a spot here where we're not winning this game right now? Worried about a few things. Like a Magneto here beats me, right? I mean, this flips mid, which is kind of cool, but not really that interesting. I guess we could go Shuri here. And this actually ties left, assuming no additional play. Does that beat Arrow? No, Arrow would destroy the Shuri and we'd be dead 15 to 14. I don't think I can trust my Arrow, by the way, because they can just play stuff here and then we're screwed. So this beats Arrow mid. It's probably the play then. 16 to 15. Doesn't beat Arrow plus a 1-drop though. Spider-Woman is nuts, dude. I love it, dude. I think that's awesome. So I actually could have won if we went for the Shuri left line I talked about. Hard to know, though. Shuri left line would have tied Superflow. And we would have won the tie, right? Because we went by 2 right. We would have won by 6 6 mid. I think it's totally reasonable for us to play around Arrow, though. Certainly a more common card than Spider-Woman, right? If you're gonna consider what's most likely, particularly with Fisk Tower just singing out for an Arrow, I think this is an okay play. Arrow mid, Stature left always wins now? Arrow mid, Stature left. Doesn't beat things like Doctor Doom, which is pretty popular right now. They'd go to 11 to... Oh, actually... Oh, yeah, we'd beat 11. So we'd tie left. We'd lose mid by 6. And we'd lose... We'd win right by... When we have 15 to... 15 to 8, 7, maybe. Oh, but yeah, no. Arrow would, no. Arrow would just kill the Stature. No. What do you mean, no? Arrow mid, Stature left. That loses to Arrow. That was our whole consideration, right? If they Arrow mid, Stature moves over and gets murdered. That's what we're playing around. No, because like, they can still play Arrow, right? My Arrow doesn't affect it if my Arrow's mid, if their Arrow's mid. So no, the whole point was Arrow was, I think, our most likely concern. I think other concerns were potentially Doctor Doom, not Spider-Woman though. I don't think Spider-Woman is certainly on anybody's radar. I mean, big card right was kind of on the radar. That's why we talked about Shuri left to play for the tie, but just hard to guess. Hard to guess. One of those that's just kind of a toss-up, really. Okay, Shuri, Black Bolt, Stature is a great line, we know. Titania is actually a pretty good follow-up on that as well. We need a Taskmaster, maybe would be the dream follow-up here. And really just any power to play early. Oh, Arrow can also be a great follow-up there. Okay. So, win a lane with Black Bolt, win a lane with Stature, maybe, and then Arrow them away, guess. I don't know. This is falling apart as I describe it. Colleen Wing. Yeah, we can actually wipe out our Titania here for some power, I think. Putting a Sunspot there. I mean, I guess we're not really scaling the Sunspot at all, but let's see. Iron Fist sort of makes me think they're going to be dumping a lot of power left. So maybe we don't actually care much about winning left. We probably need power mid in that case. And just a little bit right would be sufficient, perhaps. Okay, that might be pulled back in a different direction with what's his dude? Black Bolt ever disruptive here, I wonder? Could be. Is Arrow ever disruptive too is another question. Or do they like that? Yes, Arrow me. I love to move. It's disturbing. Let's split this out a little. I don't know though, man. I really do want a lot of power mid. Even 2 power difference might make a big impact here. So let's put the Shuri mid, and then Black Bolt mid, and then you hope Stature right is sufficient, with maybe an Arrow left on the final turn. You think the Vulture can pretty easily end up mid, right? So Miles and Maximus. Okay. Ooh, that's a Taskmaster. We now have a bit of a choice on our final turn. We could maybe play for Arrow Disruption, or we could maybe play for Taskmaster power output. And it's probably going to depend a little bit on what they do. I think this is actually maybe more of like a move Surfer deck with a Maximus in here. Might have a lot more like just 3-drop stuff happening. We've seen a few lists like that. There's kind of different varieties of that. I certainly don't remember all the details of each, but maybe not straight move anyway. Okay, that's kind of fine, right? I think, based on the way this is being played out right now, I think the arrow here is going to be a little safer. If they play like a Heimdall, which I don't really even expect, to be honest, the way this is all shaken out. If they play a Heimdall, Iron Fist Miles end up left anyway, Arrow Maximus end up mid. I'm only going to be at 13 power mid. It's like Heimdall ends up left. Oh, man, that snap makes me nervous. Do we just go for raw power output is the other question, right? Is raw power output more likely to win? Because movement shenanigans can kind of work around Arrow is my fear. Like Heimdall doesn't really care because he's moving these into a different spot. I think we go for raw power and we respect this as well. We're pretty close here. Could arguably do this and play for a Heimdall too, but I just don't know what to expect. Brood Surfer, the order is weird for them there, though, is the problem. Where do you put those? I don't know. Okay, we lose. Yeah, Shang-Chi again. Deck's pretty tough today with Shang-Chi's everywhere, I feel like. So the arrow would have worked out, guys. I guess we were revealing last though, weren't we? So arrow wouldn't have worked out. They had the lead here and left. Yeah, so arrow didn't work either. Shang-Chi still connects. Yeah, Shang-Chi makes life a little difficult, dude. Oh, hey, I forgot to look at the future location. Camp Lehigh, add a random 3-cost card to each player's hand. Oh. We hadn't even run into that yet, huh? That's wild. Oh, Deadpool bundle. Oh, dude, I want that. That's got credits, tokens, everything. Oh, dude, that's amazing. Oh, we're gonna get that. I'm not gonna buy it right now, but what upcoming card is the most intriguing to you? Oh, it's definitely Mr. Intrigo. Its effects is ongoing. Intrigue your opponent. He's a pretty lame character, honestly. I don't know why they designed him, but he's not really intriguing at all, ironically enough. Kang, I guess. Kang's super cool character, really iconic villain, really weird effect. Still not totally sure how that's gonna pan out, so probably Kang. Yeah. Okay, I think I've played enough of this deck, by the way, guys. I do wish I had like 1 or 2 more like really good Stature games. I definitely feel like we were playing a little bit more of a Shuri Arrow deck. We also hit a bit of a tough. I think I lost 2 games by being an idiot, but we had a bit of a tough stretch there at the end as well. That deck was definitely riding some variance overall. A lot of back and forth, but I still actually think a pretty cool deck, pretty promising deck. I can't imagine that'll ever be the best way to play a Stature, but you know, I'm gonna play 2 more games. I want 1 more game with like a big double Stature. I think I need one more Spotlight game. The feature location is actually gonna make our life a little harder. I don't think we want random cards in our hand because that fills up for the Moon Girl, but let's play a couple more. Then I want to play some Sandman. I wanted to play the buff Sandman stuff, see how good that feels. See if we can't win some games with Sandman. Stay puffed. All right, we can get pretty big in Space Throne. So let's save that for Shuri, right? Miss discard decks? I feel like MODOK decks are still pretty good right now. At least I climbed a lot with MODOK last season. I climbed probably like 80 to 90 almost exclusively with MODOK, I bet. I don't know the exact numbers, but or maybe I don't know if it was 80 to 90, maybe like 75 to 85, but a lot of ranks anyway. I made a big move with MODOK. So stones are a little risky for them since there's a really tight restriction on spaces here. What in God's name was that? This is iffy. I got 3 cards I really don't want to lose here. I can lose any one of them, but Shuri, man, Shuri would be a really sad loss. So would Moon Girl, and so would She-Hulk. I mean, you know, they're all bad. So okay, She-Hulk's gone. We need Stature now, of course. Bishop, and wait, we discarded a bishop. Oh, that's better for them for sure. We discarded a bishop, so that must have been what they got. Oh, that makes this insane now. Oh my god, dude. Okay, suddenly very happy person. Double Stature's great. Oh man, we're oh dude. Oh, I wish I could get even more Statures, right? This is gonna go off twice. I'm gonna get too many Shuris, which I don't actually need that many Shuris. I would love that to be a Stature instead of a Shuri on the leftmost spot, but I don't think I can like wait to force that, because then I gotta play the Shuri now and it feels bad, so it's okay. Ultimately still happy to have 2 Statures. Sad to lose a draw for the record, but yeah, 3-cost Shuri is pretty nuts though, isn't it? Carnage, they had that to clear space as well, so they had a few plays there, I guess. So we can go double Shuri Stature next turn. Yeah, that's fine. I can technically play a 4-cost Shuri as well next turn, but I guess Titania would be the only other really good draw here off the top that we could actually play, right? I'm not gonna snap. I want to see this resolve. I think this could look really cool. Does that mess me up? No, we had mana to spare, but it goes twice. Oh, but they're always 1. They don't care. The Statues say screw you. They don't care about Iceman. That's actually so sick, dude. They don't care about Iceman. How freaking cool is that, dude? That's freaking cool as how cool. So that's 2 28 power Statures. Surely we assume that's enough. They're revealing first. There's no Shang-Chi. I guess technically you might think Thanos mid with some stuff could maybe do it with enough stones. I'm adding 29 power mid though. I'm behind by 2, so hopefully we have enough. I love that their text just overrides Iceman. Like, screw you, Iceman. We cost 1, man. That's our deal. We just cost 1, dude. Deal with it. This is such a sick final turn. My god, Moon Girl, dude. Just the Moon Knight, Moon Girl combo here. Never thought I'd see those 2 in a deck together. That's no Moon. That's Stature. That's not big enough. No way. No way, dude. What? We're not even on the same planet. Not even on the same planet. Oh my god, yes. Okay. All right. I said I needed 1 more game for the video, guys. I think we got it. That was the game, dude. The double 28 power Stature is pretty sick. All right. Cool. Fun. All right, let's try some Sandman stuff. So like I said earlier, right, I built 2 Sandman decks. One is like pretty standard Sandman ramp, Electro ramp kind of stuff. I put a few move cards in here to give it a bit of a theme, right? Arrow, Vision, and Magneto, basically. There's probably 4 or 5 flex spots in this deck. Kind of pick what you want. I would say the staples are Maw, Doom, Odin, Wave, Sandman, Electro, probably Sunspot, I think is in all of them. Scorpion, Arrow, Vision, Magneto are probably the flexes. Kind of put whatever you want in there. So I made this movie one, and I made this ongoing one, which is definitely a little more unique, I think. But I realized with, you know, Sandman, Lizard, Ebony Maw, you got quite a few ongoing cards already. So, oh, you guys can't see the freaking decks. Hey, Mellow Color, thanks to the Prime sub, dude. Ongoing version, move version. Which one do you guys want to see more? The move version is probably the safer bet. I think includes on average more proven cards. Certainly Arrow is a great card. We know we just had Arrow dominate last thing. So probably the better deck here. Pretty accessible deck too, by the way. This is not an expensive deck, is it? No Series 5. The ongoing also pretty accessible too, actually, but this is definitely a little more unusual version. This is a little different. Let's start off with a move and see how it feels. That's safer for me to get a video in the can and stuff. That might be better. Hey, Not Pit, thanks to the 11 months, man. That's nice. Monster Island, sure. Sunspot Scorpion's a good little line. So really the goal here is hit Electro or Wave, get a Sandman down early. Well, if you hit Wave, you don't have to play Sandman. You can just go like Doctor Doom, Odin stuff, but getting some kind of ramp into some kind of big cheat card is really the plan. Lockjaw. Interesting. Okay, we don't want to lock up too many spaces per position because we might want to double Doctor Doom at some stage, so leaving 2 spots open left could be a meaningful distinction here. Probably rather pass than play Lockjaw for the same reason, actually. Ooh, we could go Ebony Maw. We don't currently have Electro or Wave, so double Doctor Doom does not look likely. And in fact, I don't know that I'd play either of those on 4. We could go Ebony Maw mid in that case and just set up for the good Arrow / Vision / Doctor Doom plays. We might still play an Electro. But that's one of the reasons Ebony Maw is okay in this deck, right? Is you have the ability to play around him with Visions and Dooms and so on. Oh, you guys are looking at the wrong screen. Screw me. Let's pass here. Sandman's less good for me than just Sunspot Power, I think. Or excuse me, Lockjaw's less good. I'm really good at streaming, guys. I definitely always have the right screens up. I know that. I saw Hooglin started using my layout more or less. He sent me a tweet or a DM a while ago asking about it. Saw on a video. It looked like he is converted to my my layout more or less, which I'm happy. This layout seems to be popular. People seem to like it. I mean, Sandman Doctor Doom looks really good here, right? Sandman's gonna lock down this bishop. Probably should snap here, honestly, going into the Sandman, I would say. Ooh, interesting. Doctor Doom does actually still tie there. But if they win right... Magneto is a little weird. Could pull the bishop, but then you're kind of in trouble. This got weird all of a sudden, right? Because I'm behind 5 and 5. We don't think they can contest both, though. So the question is, do I win a tie? They're gonna win one of these spots, right? Taskmaster's adding 14 power potentially. We're ahead by we're gonna be ahead 13 to 26. That's 13. So Taskmaster would actually win a tiebreaker if we go for Doctor Doom. I think we actually lose this. I just want to see it happen. I think we lose though, right? I don't know what the play is. That is also the same difference. Oh, but it oh my god, yeah, that's actually even better. Yeah, because it positions the power where we don't have it. The random bishop clutching the game by 1 point here, man. Zola's good there, yeah. So we would end up winning with a Magneto or just a bigger play here. I didn't think about Zola much, which is weird. I played that deck literally all season. Didn't think about playing around Zola though. Happy to see a location spotlight that doesn't ruin the game for 2 days. Yeah. Dude, locations, we get a lot of heat lately. I feel it. I get it. I know why people feel that way too. This is a little early for the Ebony Maw, right? Playing it on 2 is technically sort of kind of maybe better because we can go for the Electro. We do want Electro to go left, though. How long can I keep this Ebony Maw in play on Warrior Falls? Nah, let's just put him mid, and then Electro plus whatever can go left and just wipe those out. That's fine. I think we're generally pretty okay to play Maw on one. Miniaturized Lab definitely going to reward that rather nicely as well. Yeah, I like, as you put it, a benign featured location. Yeah. I think the ones that kind of limit the game space or discourage decks, like feel really limiting and constricted, are worse. Certainly prefer the ones that are I really want to play Sandman, right? Do I want to put him here to wipe? Well, if the Electro doesn't matter if I'm playing Sandman anyway. Why am I worried, bro? what's the problem, Reg? It's fine. Yeah, I promise you can play the Sandman. It's all good. Dark Hawk, okay. Dark Hawk does get pulled by Magneto and will theoretically be smaller. This does give up any sort of the Odin plan, but we know we're getting Chavez anyway next turn, so there is no real Odin plan anyway. Do we think, like, the Korg and the Electro die here, and then theoretically... Oh no, Kingpin's gonna die next, because we're gonna pull Kingpin as well. Maybe that's okay though, right? To just wipe out power elsewhere so that we can set up for the Doctor Doom to win the final turn. I think that's okay. Okay, that's actually still fine. All their power is isolated here. So we should be fine with a Doctor Doom play, right? Well, actually, Doctor Doom... kind of a little riskier, isn't it? Because if they choose to beat either spot with one big play, we kind of just lose. We could instead pick our poison with like a Chavez. The problem is they can just, they know they can beat Ebony Maw, right? So let's play Doctor Doom because they might think they're safe to beat Ebony Maw with a fairly small play, and then the 10 power difference total, 12-2, might actually net us the victory here. Also, we're gonna have 17 left, and they're gonna lose a Kingpin. That's 21. If the Devil Dino goes down, it's 19. So we would lose left with Doctor Doom. We could actually theoretically just win left with a Chavez, right? Because Kingpin goes away. That's 21. This is 21, but then Dinosaur often, not always, but often gets small enough that we just win here, right? They play Arrow here, though. Kingpin murders that, but then they just lose the other two spots. So they can't play Arrow left. That makes no sense, right? Why would you ever play Arrow left? You just lose. Oh, okay. I just didn't have it. we did a lot of calculating here. This wins though, right? This always wins. The way this doesn't win is if they play a card that adds a card to hand, right? If the Devil Dino basically stays the same size, this loses. Actually, it still ties. Even that ties. Kingpin dies. They go to 21. We go to 21. They'd have to win. They'd have to win a tiebreaker, and it would have to be a card that adds a card to hand. So it'd have to add a card to hand and be a tiebreaker victory, which I don't think happens. A Rock Slide would also help because that would be another way to buff the Darkhawk at that lane. Yeah, maybe a Rock Slide mid. But Arrow, number one, if they play Arrow, they lose because they just lose the other two spots. Arrow left is not a concern. And Arrow wherever else is not a concern either because the Chavez moves to match the Arrow. And we're winning the other two spots. So we can't lose the Arrow with this play. Right? Doctor Doom, a little riskier, I think, ultimately. Yeah, the victory first is weird, yeah. It's really weird. Okay, interesting game so far. I am so salty. I had some little donkey named Jack flex on me with a Miss Marvel after playing Death Wave with Arrow. Oh yeah, that's listen, I don't emote really ever. I sometimes do Spider-Man, of course, and sometimes do Deadpool if I do something silly. I don't get emoting. It doesn't actually bother me either. You know, it's kind of funny for the stream, to be honest. But yes, it's obvious that people are using the emote, the Miss Marvel emote, to troll people. So it just by the notion that people know it's a troll, it has become a successful a troll, a successful way to hate, right? That's kind of funny. We might be able to win this on 6 with a Juggernaut, right? It's kind of a cool idea. Polaris, all right, she's broken. Magneto, Polaris is kind of cool, right? We just locked this out. It's a good way to win. Oh, Shuri, same difference. Sure, whatever. Kind of would have preferred the Polaris, I guess, right? Okay, so yeah, this should be fine, right? Wherever well, they're gonna put the big thing mid, of course, and then I could just arrow the big thing and vision over to the left next turn. We should be fine, right? Oh, they can play multiple cards though. We have not satisfied our Sandman condition here, but surely this is okay. They're not playing more than 2 usually, right? It's usually a 1-drop and a Taskmaster. Zola's not good here, so this should actually be fine. I can see chat going crazy about emotes right now. Oh, I did not account for this. Ah, dang it, dude. I am so sick of these freaking arrows, dude. We lose the tie. We lose the tie. I did not account for these freaking arrows, dude. Everybody, I can't believe Arrow did not get nerfed. It is the best deck, the best card in the game by, I think, a pretty significant margin in most people's eyes. It is in every deck. Not literally, but it's in a vast majority of decks. People are putting Arrow in decks that have no, just because, you know, it's just such a good way to win. I can't believe it didn't get nerfed. And what's crazy is it's been this way for a while. It's not like it's a brand new change that Arrow is suddenly good. It's not like that's just developed. We thought she was going to get nerfed in like December, and she hasn't been nerfed. I'm shocked. I'm just shocked that Arrow has not been impacted yet. It boggles the mind. And what happens is, you know, we're all forced to run it, of course. It feels like every deck, if it's not got some way to play towards an Arrow, just forget it. Why are you bothering, right? What's your plan? I think Electro is still better in this deck than a Maw, right? I have not played this enough to really say that with confidence yet, but we've got Sunspot to fill gaps right now anyway. We should be fine. It's kind of true at the moment that I don't really have anything to Electro towards. I mean, I can hit a Sandman and a Vision that would feel good. Arrow probably doesn't feel great yet for that purpose, but anyway, just bigger Sunspot scaling feels nice. Ah, okay, so are they Ramp or are they Galactus? The most important question of all. If they're Galactus, holding an Arrow certainly makes some sense because we could steal it. They're only on 5 right now, not ready for Galactus just yet. Let's see. Oh, that sure makes me think Galactus, guys. I don't know about you. I don't know about you, man. This victory screen is so trippy every time. I'm never ready for it. I think the game bugs out every time. Like the timing is so off. But without Arrow, there won't be a counter for a lot of decks. Well, listen. Don't you counter decks by being a good deck? I haven't really thought this argument through a lot, so forgive me if this sort of meanders a little bit or it's not particularly coherent. Isn't it okay just to win sometimes by also being a good deck? Like, you know, it's like saying in a race, you know, let's say you're in a NASCAR race or whatever, right? There's two ways to win, right? You can win by driving the fastest, and everybody tries to drive the fastest, or the argument is, well, I need a way to counter that car, so I need a rocket launcher to blow up the other cars. That's another way to win, right? It's like, okay, we got rocket launchers you can win by, or you can win by being the fastest deck or car. Forgive me. So I think it's okay sometimes just to try to make your deck the fastest deck or car. God. You know what I mean? Like, in other words, vying for power and trying to be as powerful as possible is a counter to other decks because you're just trying to be bigger than them. I think it's important for tech cards to exist. I'm not saying that tech cards shouldn't exist. You know, sometimes by lowering your opponent's power, you can be bigger, right? That's fine. That's great. But when the tech card or the card becomes, and I wouldn't say Arrow's really a tech card, but when the card becomes so pervasive that everybody is playing the card, everybody's driving the same car, I think it just becomes a less interesting game, right? Suddenly there's a new car that when you get to the finish line, it throws out a big wall that other cars all just smash into, right? And it's like, oh well, we didn't get to see the final lap because they're playing the wall destroyer car. This analogy is it's gone deep. You know, I don't think it would be good for NASCAR if every car had rocket launchers all the time. Sometimes it might be nice to just see the race, you know? Does that make sense? Yeah, Jeff, I've kind of made this argument a lot. I think I have the most fun in Marvel Snap when everybody's trying to be as big as possible and not trying to lower the opponent's power. I know there's a balance. I don't think we don't need tech cards, right? But I think the game is most fun for me when we're all trying to get really big, you know? Did anybody else's stream stop? That's the whine. The when I whine too much, the stream just ends. Reed just wants to nerf NASCAR. I've never watched a NASCAR race in my life, for the record. Let's be clear. Never once, but I have the most fun, you know. Now it's also fun to answer your opponent's thing and do a big awesome, you know, hitting the clutch Shang-Chi and stuff is awesome. That feels good too. But I do think that probably has to come with some degree of give and take, some kind of risk reward. And currently it doesn't really feel like Arrow is much of a risk reward to me because it feels like it's always the right card and always the right play. So is there really any notable downside to it, right? So you could lower the power to increase the risk because it's like, oh, I'm just too small. You could increase the cost to increase the risk. You could limit the number of cards to lower the reward. I guess power is also kind of reward, but you get the argument, I think. Do we need to worry about Shuri's Lab just winning via Nexus? We can do some Arrow stuff. We've got Magneto's pretty cool. Shang-Chi. Okay, we can pull him over if we want. Let's gain a 9 power per position advantage there. Could Arrow the final turn here too to pull them away from Nexus and just try to outscale, but you kind of worry because they have a big lead left now and it looks like they're about to have a big lead mid. Also, Vision is insane. Shoot, Vision's nuts. Dude, Vision's gross. I can't beat Vision, right? That's so nutty here. I think we're done. That's crazy good. There might technically be some ways, but it'd be pretty hard since they're ahead left anyway. Like we'd need a pretty big margin of victory on Nexus, and I don't think we're gonna have it. Did you consider Shang-Chi for this deck? I haven't really seen that many Shang-Chis in the like Electro Ramp stuff. I just took a look at a variety of electro ramp decks and kind of put a couple movement themed cards in, you know, basically Magneto Vision Arrow, and said, hey, it's a movement. A little hand wave and it has a theme, right? I think it'd probably be okay. Yeah, I think the risk is if you're running things that are fairly low cost, you know, you're only ever getting one card per turn, ideally, or a lot of the time anyway, with Sandman. So is Shang-Chi swingy enough, or is he offering enough per power per card output, basically, to warrant his slot? And there are definitely matchups where he does, right? If he kills a Red Skull, he's an 18 power card effectively, right? But he's kind of competing against Doctor Doom, 15 power. Odin, potentially, you know, 23 power if he's copying Doctor Doom. Magneto, 12. Vision and Arrow are smaller, but they're also higher utility, right? They have a ton of flexibility. So is he outpacing his peers in this deck often enough to be worth the slot? Maybe. It depends on the meta, probably. If you're seeing a ton of Shuri Red Skull decks, he probably is, yeah. If you're seeing smaller decks or things where there aren't as many Shang-Chi targets, probably not. So, anyway. Yeah, some of these decks have Zola. Like I said, I kind of picked like Magneto, Vision, Arrow. But there's a lot of flex spots, really. I think Doom Odin is pretty consistently in these, from what I've seen. I feel like I'm talking a lot about Marvel Snap and not a lot about the games so far, which that's okay. Yeah, we want to put cards in play. Sandman might be risky in this one because, boy, we just don't know what the opponent's hand is gonna have. Like, if they only leave me with a single one-cost card here, we might be in trouble. Also need to think about how Magneto mid... Oh, Vision mid is honestly insane. Oh my god. This is like the old school Vision mid plays, man. This is cool. That's probably better than Sandman, right? I can put two Visions here, and still make a big play on Bar Sinister, although we don't know that to be true. Yeah, that's kind of iffy, because we don't know what they're going to have in hand. We might learn a little bit about this based on their next card. Quinjet. They might have, like, Devil Dinos. Regardless, they're probably going to have a big hand, which is nice. We might be able to play Sandman mid and be happy about it. Because if you think about it, they can only play one card. Will they be able to beat left and right if they're also beating mid? There's no way, right? Oh, that's fine. That's where that was going anyway. It's all good, dude. I think that's absolutely the play, right? Because they can't win all three by any means, of course. The Sandman mid would have been totally sufficient. And probably as soon as you see that Vision, you should snap. By the way, we're not snapping much on stream, but probably snap worthy. I gotta ask, do you guys enjoy those sort of Marvel Snap, I don't know what to call them, design discussions, rants, you know, insights? It's one of those things where, you know, in Hearthstone I feel really, really comfortable talking about a lot of that stuff because I've played the game for so long. I feel like I have a really good understanding of what people want from the game and a lot of the kind of design directions of the game. You know, what I like is not what everybody likes, of course, but you kind of develop an instinct or a language or a system to break these things down and explain them to people and showcase different perspectives. I don't feel like I really have that in Snap completely yet. I still think there's a lot about the game that nobody really understands all that well, and like what people want out of it and the design directions, because we just haven't had enough time or experience with it, you know. So I think I know what I like. I think I know what sounds fun to me, but it's a little risky to say that because that could change, and the game is certainly going to evolve a lot over the next year or two or however long. So I always hesitate a little to dive into these, but it's probably good to shake out the ideas anyway. I certainly don't insist that I'm a genius or that my ideas are the only good ideas. So probably fine to throw them out and see how they land, see how they stick. What do you think about adding Zola to this list? Like I said, some lists run Zola, but again, I just kind of picked a theme. I wanted to add movement themed cards, so I put in Vision, Arrow, and Magneto, and they all have movement in them, and then I can call it a move deck. We're not going to nail down the perfect list on the first day of Sandman, so I wasn't trying to be the perfect deck, and it will change based on the meta anyway. But some of these flex spots are going to move in and out, and different cards are going to make sense in different time periods, and each week with a new card or each season with a new season pass card, something else might be better. So this is just one way to slice it. I think I saw people running Captain Marvel. I saw people running Arnim Zola. I saw people running what else did we see today? We saw something else. I don't know. I myself built an ongoing version as well. This is a Spectrum version that looks pretty cool, right? So I think there's a lot of different ways to slice this particular problem. Would Orca work? I think Orca kind of does the opposite of what you want with this deck very often. The way this deck works, right, is by playing Sandman or Wave Chains, you are limiting your opponent to 1 card per turn. Hopefully that's the goal, right? And when that happens, they have a hard time contesting multiple locations because they can only play 1 card, and most of their cards won't be designed to spread across locations well. So what you can do is with cards like Dr. Doom or Vision or Arnim Zola, like we talked about in other varieties, you can spread your power across locations more easily, or manipulate it a little bit with things like Arrow, for instance. And what that means is they're stuck fighting for 1 spot at a time while you're playing for multiple spots at a time, or manipulating their cards into bad locations for them so that you're able to spread your power out and win across the board while they're kind of stuck picking 1 at a time. And often that'll just give you an advantage, especially if you have, some early power lead via Sunspot or Ebony Maw or whatever, right? You can start to pick a lane or 2 to really win and focus on. So in other words, Orca's bad at that. Orca is only allowing you to win 1 lane again, which might kind of challenge that plan a little bit. There are moments where we've played Chavez and felt good about it, so it's not impossible, but in particular with like Dr. Doom and stuff, you're probably putting power across the board. Which, by the way, I've seen a lot of people run Lizard in this list, which I think is totally fine. I'm not going to say Lizard's wrong, but I actually like Scorpion better in this list than in a lot of other lists because I feel like lowering their power across their entire hand is actually meaningful. Well, I don't know. This argument's falling apart as I say it. In theory, I like that because it lowers their ability to... I don't know if I like this argument now that I'm saying it out loud. They're actually playing fewer cards, so it's less of a debuff. But my thought was small incremental differences matter a lot when we're only playing small power cards. Like there's less total power in play because everybody's limited, which means Scorpion's debuffs are a larger percentage of the total power in play, if that makes sense. So like if Scorpion debuffs 5 power and your opponent's playing 60 power worth of cards, he's less than, okay, let's say he debuffs 6 power and they're playing 60 power worth of cards. He's 10% of the total power in the game, right? But if you're lowering the number of cards played and he debuffs all 4 cards that get played and there's only 20 power in play, then he's a 20% debuff of the total power in play as opposed to a 10% debuff. So it in some ways it feels a larger proportional debuff, but I don't know. There's also the argument there's just less stuff getting played, so maybe that's too heady. That's probably silly. Either way, Scorpion's a fine card. I don't think he's a problem. Hey, Wood, thanks to 5 months. All right. Math is hard. Let's go for the easy percentages, right? Better with the theory than the math for sure. All right, so we got Electro, we got Wave, Odin, Doom. This is actually pretty nuts. We can go Wave. I don't know the best. I haven't played this deck enough yet to really know if I should go like Wave, Doom, and save the Odin for later, or if I should actually go Wave, Odin on the Wave to limit my opponent. That feels wrong, though. I gotta say, I don't think that's right. That feels wrong. We don't want that because we want to be able to play this elsewhere. Honestly, we don't care about rocks, right? We kind of know what we're doing. We kind of have a line here. We'll play Vision on 5. So Doom on 4, Vision on 5, Odin on 6, right? That's really nice. The Vision gives us the flexibility to contest where we need it, and the Doom just gives us a lot of total power output with Odin. Wonder if arguably could have put the Wave left, like you have space for it, so the Odin is more directly contesting the Sunspot, but yeah, whatever. Should be fine. Is Null worth your tokens? I don't really think so. It's good in Galactus decks, I think. It's okay, but there's some without it too. But that if you have Galactus, you know, it's fine probably, but is the overlay something you made yourself? It is, yeah. Is it available for other streamers? I mean, yeah. Other people can recreate it, yes. Whether or not that's easy to achieve is perhaps a different question. Basically you just got to mask all the stuff out and build a bunch of different layers, but yeah, if you're comfortable with OBS, I mean, I certainly can't stop you or wouldn't try to. A couple people have already asked me for tips on how to recreate it. I can't really tell them much other than just this is how you do it. I can't be too helpful, but there's no like template I can like package up and send to you or whatever. You just kind of have to do it, which I guess that makes it a little harder. Is Odin here a victory? I'm too lazy to count so far. Almost certainly, right? We're adding 12 here. Well, even more. 16 here. Adding another 8 here, up 16. Arnim Zola is not going to be the play. Taskmaster already played. What are we looking at here? They didn't skip 5, so no She-Hulk. 16 ever coming down here? Arrow left is actually a problem, yeah. Well, is Arrow left a problem? No, because this is still gonna go to 16 for the tie. Do we win a tie? No, we probably don't win a tie, actually, do we? Maybe. Oh, we can't win Arrow anyway, though. I don't know, I'm running out of time. I got distracted talking about the stupid layout. Does Arrow left beat us? Yeah, probably wins the tie, right? He's only have 8 here. They're gonna win by more than 8 if the Arrow. They're gonna be at 27, and we're only gonna be at 15. No Arrow though. Hazmat instead. Okay, that actually could also make life a little hard with the Vision over there. No, we're fine. We're getting the 5. It's 7 actually. Yeah. Was there a play that beat Arrow that also wins a non-Arrow play? Like Magneto doesn't disrupt. Trying to think if there was any actual good line there that beats an Arrow. My Arrow doesn't work because theirs goes off first. Chavez not big enough to win a tie. No, I think we just play for the non-Arrow if we're sticking it out, which we did. Yeah, Jeff Hoogland actually in chat is one said person who asked me for a little bit of help on setting up the layout, which again I can't really do too much, but try to point him in the right direction here and there a little bit. But yeah, that's an example of somebody who's adapted the layout for their stream. And again, please, I'm like, yes, I did come up with a fairly new, distinct kind of layout, but ultimately everybody's free to use it, and I don't have any claim over it anyway, right? And I frankly, if people like it, I just want more people to have nice looking layouts for the game. Happy to have served some small part in that if we can. Okay, cool. Biggest issue I have is getting the frames around the different parts to look as clean around the edges. Boy, yeah, I use the like select tool in Photoshop at a high resolution, I guess, so that it doesn't look too like I draw the line myself. I don't use like a auto select to get a really clean line edge. You know, that's the only tip I can think of there, I guess. Wow, this game is really locked out, but really good for us. We handle this super well with Dr. Doom, Vision, etc. This is gonna be fine. You should actually probably already snap for the record too. Again, I'm not snapping so we can see games end, but this would be a good time to snap, honestly, once this location rolls. Actually, you might have to hold a snap now, although they already have 2 cards committed here, so you'd probably still be fine. But technically, they are able now to better contest these other secondary locations, which is why you might want to wait for the 3rd location to pop. I think this is fine. I'm hoping that the division here will make this right, and also maybe just Sandman's fine too. Dr. Doom's kind of risky because it fills up Sinister London a little too fast, maybe. Reality Stone is interesting, but again, this is probably snap worthy. I think Sandman really limits them a lot. Oh, interesting. Suddenly nervous again. Suddenly not so confident yet again. Arrow might still be able to steal this if they don't play to Sinister London here by denying them that double Sinister London, but this suddenly got a little interesting. So I gotta beat Dino left or right 1. Blue Marvel as well. Oh my god, don't snap guys, I lied. Overconfidence is an insidious killer, as they say. The good news is we know that that is sort of solved. Dr. Doom fills the board with 5s, but that just doesn't contest the Dino at all. Chavez doesn't either, though. They're gonna go to 27 typically. Chavez only puts me to 25. Oh my god. That means I gotta try to win left. I'm at 14 to 20. 14 to 21. I feel like we're gonna lose, right? I don't see an angle. I don't see it. I kind of wasted my wave here because I thought we'd be fine. This is not enough, guys. This is a loss. I'll play it out, but it's a loss. I'm certain this is a loss, I think. Yeah, oh my god. What? Oh, is that enough? Oh, no! No! Come on! No! Where did that Giganto come from? It's supposed to be Lockjaw stuff. We just didn't see the Lockjaw, of course. Come on, dude. That is an actual heartbreaker, man. Oh, come on. Doom Right was not the play. Doom Right loses 90% of the time. I guess it actually does add 10 left, though, doesn't it? Maybe it's just always better than Chavez, isn't it? You might be right. Yeah, why play Chavez left if you can play Doom Right? Because it's adding 10 left, because it's going to fill the spot. You're right. Doom Right is the play. Yeah, Doom Right is the play, because that's a guaranteed 10 left. I'm happy for the highlight, but yes, Doom Right is the play. I mean, still would have lost to the Giganto not being destroyed, right? So a little bit of luck would have been required, but would have been better than strictly better than the Chavez, I think. Danger Room is the rocket launcher. All right, so this deck feels fine, by the way. It's doing its thing. We're winning some games. It's not really the most fun deck for me to play. I think it's important to get a video out about Sandman, though, so I probably will keep it rolling here for another hour, 30, 40 minutes. Doomright's worse against Chavez, by the way. They were revealing first. Not Chavez. Wait, oh my god. Arrow. Doom first is worse against Arrow, but I didn't make that consideration. This is not a defense of my play, but it is worse against Arrow because you only ever get 5 left instead of 9 left. So that might have been a reason not to Doomright. If you don't think with hindsight. Can I see my Shuri list? You mean Stature or... You mean the Stature Shuri or... Try the new TLSG Sandman deck? Why wouldn't I try the new Regis Sandman deck? Is the Thanos buff too much? I honestly don't think it's going to make much difference. I mean, in Lockjaw decks, it's a free 3 sometimes. But a lot of the times you're not even playing Thanos. You're just hoping to get him off Lockjaw, if anything. I feel like I play Thanos in like 10% of games, maybe. There's usually something better to do than Thanos. In my experience. I mean, there's moments, but... I disagree. It's been a big deal in the games you've played. What Thanos list do you play where you're playing him on 6? I climbed maybe 10 ranks with Thanos. This actually maybe more because we played a lot during the featured location. I felt like I never played him. Like this list I played had Magneto instead, so I probably was playing Magneto a lot. Or Chavez instead, frankly, are bigger in many cases because you almost never have all 5 stones. That's pretty unlikely. It happens, again, maybe 10% of games or something in my experience. But I feel like I was always playing Arrow or Magneto, or not really even usually Chavez. Usually I was playing like a Shang-Chi and 3 stones, or a Blue Marvel and a couple stones, depending on Quinjets and stuff. Okay, Peaceful, I just can't buy that. I'm sorry. You're not playing Thanos 6 of 7 games. You're telling me you have all 6 stones in 6 of 7 Thanos games. I refuse to believe that. It's just without some incredible data, I just don't accept that as reality. I've played hundreds of Thanos games at this stage across 3 or 4 videos, and I promise it's less than 20%. And I think it's probably less than 10%. You're hitting a buffed Thanos, because I know this because I'm always looking for those because I want them for the videos. I want a big Thanos for the video, and it takes forever to get a big Thanos game. I worded it poorly. 6 or 7 games out of 30 to 35. Okay, so okay, that's a very different thing that you said. That sounds more reasonable to me. That is less than 20% though, like I just said, right? That's the thing. But here's the question, right? It's not actually how often are you playing Thanos really is the question. It's how often is 21 big enough where 18 wasn't, or where 11 is big enough where 8 wasn't, right? In other words, is that breakpoint materially different? And if you're playing Thanos most of the time when he's fully buffed, because that's when you're most likely to play him, when he's 18. In my experience, 18 was always sufficiently large, and I can't think of a lot of scenarios where 21 was really a meaningful breakpoint. Obviously, that pops up from time to time, but I don't think often. Somebody asked for the Shuri deck I played. It's super standard Sauron Shuri. It's all over the place. I didn't make it. It's super... I mean, we made one stupidly close to it, but this was the... Oh, you guys can't see. Oh my god. This one here. Here. I don't know if this will work or not, but... if that works, there you go. Screenshot it otherwise. Turn 6 Thanos decks are still playing stones, right? I don't know what you mean by turn 6 Thanos decks, but if you're saying on turn 6 you're still playing stones, yes, I have found that experience very often. Yeah, because you're wanting to put a little bit of power here, a little bit of power here. You're rarely ever, in my experience, wanting to put 18 exactly there. I mean, maybe that's a playstyle difference, I guess, but I don't know. Didn't feel like that was ever the right angle for me. Yeah, all good, Kiwis. I knew what you meant. We got there. We got there together. We did it. Really don't want Ebony Maw on Muir Island, I guess, do we? Have quite a potential to get outscaled that way. The opponent snapped. I wouldn't retreat here. We have a pretty good hand, right? This would not be a retreat hand for me on an early snap by any means. I am curious. They seem to like Muir Island a lot. Does that mean they're playing a lot of small cards or planning to dump power there? They didn't even put the Yondu there, so that's intriguing. Okay, now we put Maul here. With a rock, that's fine. Two scalers is pretty decent here, I would say. Oh, it's Galactus. Galactus is why. They got Galactus in hands. They're snapping. If I hit an arrow, we could really disrupt the Galactus here. Oh, boy. Do we just force it now? Oh, it's maybe probably a 50-50 on where they play the Galactus. Oh, change deck. Oh my god, sorry guys. I'm really pro at this. I'm such a good streamer. Hey, Goldmine Jokes, thanks for the Prime sub, by the way. Oh, dude, we give them the Galactus of this wave, but oh, they're not gonna play in a Muir Island, right? Unless they have Chavez. Or not Shang. Oh my god, it's too late. I'm getting sleep. Shang-Chi. If they have Shang-Chi, they might play in a Muir Island. I think they want to play in a Subterranea though, right? So they're not behind. I don't know though, man. Maybe they want 2 spots occupied and a guaranteed Shang-Chi, right? An arrow would have been such a good draw here. What do you guys think? I don't know where he picks. Shang-Chi's less likely with rocks. I don't think he goes here. I can't play Uranus. Why am I even talking about this? I don't have a choice. Why are we debating this, chat? I don't have a choice. I got Ebony Maw. I can't control it anyway. He's done. It's game over. I forgot Muir Island, man. I can't play here anyway. It's done. There's no way. Forgot about freaking Ebony Maw, man. So yeah, we're dead. I guess that's why he snapped. Did he snap on the? No, he snapped pre-Ebony Maw, didn't he? Yeah, he snapped pre-Ebony Maw. All right, let's make him beat it, man. Have your good luck, buddy. You gotta have non-rocks in hand. Okay, he's got non-rocks. Confirmed. There's plenty of. Okay, deal. You got it. You got it. Good job, buddy. You Ebony. I spent 5 minutes debating where to put the Cosmo as if I had a choice. Great. Just forgot Ebony Maw was a card. It's late. I gotta go to bed. Oh, I'm tired. I felt like I was 500 IQ earlier on the stream, and I feel like I'm 22 IQ. I went from infinite IQ to Mr. Negative. I started at 20. Boy, oh boy. High IQ stream indeed. Okay, so Vision Sinister could be really cool if we can hit a Vision. Honestly, Sunspot might be one of our bigger plays in Bar Sinister. Just got to be careful with this guy. Because we're going to skip potentially turn 3 and 4. So it's already 7. We're going to get an 8 power here. And then maybe some flexibility later as well. Sandman might limit them to where they can only play one big thing in Bar Sinister. What else would I play here? Magneto's pretty big in Bar Sinister. Arrow's not really worth it. I'm going to do it, man. I don't care. Let's do it. It sounds fun. Did I stop using variants again for a reason? It's just harder to build the deck, so I'm lazy. If you guys ever ask when I'm on stream, I'll do it. I'll switch. I don't care. I just built the decks off stream and didn't feel like swapping in variants. I actually have quite a few variants for this particular set of cards. Wow, bonus Superflow roll. Actually pretty cool. Do we want an Ebony Maw? There is a nah, we're good. Rhino, okay. Rhino, you don't see much out of Cerebro 3, I feel like, but that's a lizard, so that's not Cerebro 3. Yeah, we're gonna Sandman anyway, right? Does mean I lose a little bit of sunspot scaling, but I get to draw a card. We care about drawing a card. Are we gonna try to win this with Magneto? Magneto pulls Rhino. I could just play like a Doom next turn too if I want with this and screw the Sandman. I don't know. We might want a Sandman though, depending on what we see from them and how many cards we think they're likely to play. Omega Red. Oh, I don't really care about 4/8 power there, do I? That seems meaningless to me. I don't know. Is that meaningless? Can they beat Sunspot and win the Omega Red, I guess? Oh, interesting. Suddenly a little more intrigued by the Omega Red. We can pull Omega Red over with Magneto, right? So maybe it's okay. We don't think they'll be up by 10 here, right? If we rip the Omega Red, should be fine, man. They can only play one card, so they're not going to play enough that we can't pull stuff over. This is Magento's moment. Yeah, interesting. A Spectrum would still screw me, wouldn't it? They'd have 8. That would be very big. I mean, are they really playing a Spectrum? I guess it's not insane, but I'm expecting like an Onslaught. I mean, Spectrum's not crazy though. Whatever, let's make him have it. I don't know. Onslaught, yeah, nice, okay. Beautiful. The steel, baby. We probably could have gone for 8 there too. He seemed very confident. You can just kind of feel the confidence, right? He seemed very confident. Magento putting in work though. Sandman probably helped a little. No, he didn't really help at all. Take that back. They only ever wanted Onslaught. Okay. Interesting. All right. Yeah, we love Iceman. Do we have any cool Artem Zola plays? We talked about running Zola in this deck potentially. So like Zola Doom could be kind of fun to stack a bunch of Dooms. That is one of those things where, you know, 5 power per position's not exactly super high. Especially if I used magic to achieve that, right? You're talking about a fairly limited line. Something like Gamora Artem Zola's darn near as good. So we could go here, we go magic here, save the Doom for here, and then Zola here. There's 2 spots here left, 2 spots here. So Doom plus his dude, Doom plus his dude. They're each making a dude for the other one. And then 2 dudes here for 10. I mean, yeah, in theory that's okay. We may pivot if we think it makes more sense. Okay, we pivot. That's not it. I can assure you, that's not the play. So maybe it's Doom Zola instead in this case. If we want to go for magic right, and then Doom on 6, not Zola, Odin I mean on 7, that's fine too probably. That adds 10 here, might surprise them. Cable Rock Slide is from Triskelion, and that's from Triskelion. So Cable's really the only thing we actually know about so far, which probably makes me think we're looking at a Devil Dino deck. We might have trouble outscaling a Devil Dino deck, just because they get so big per position. Shoot, you absolute jerk. I mean, is Doom still my best play? Just get 10 power here and 13 power here. Sure doesn't feel very good. Really wanted to snipe that back. So that's 10 and 13 is a 23 power line. You know, so like these two could, this all could be bigger. I don't know. I think it's enough, but can't wait for Jeff the baby shark to come. I saw that, man. I don't know why, but I'm anti-Jeff. I'll say it. I'm anti-Jeff. I'm adding 9 power mid. They just add more power mid, right? They don't really care about winning right. In fact, we're probably better off just doing this and trying to outscale them. We're down by 6 though, so is adding 13 ever really enough? That's only a 7-point difference. What are the odds they only put 7 power there? Pretty slim, right? It would be nice if we could Gamora, but Cosmo's in the way. Yeah, I think this is a loss always, but oh shoot. Oh, maybe. Let's go. That is a really low final power turn, I would argue. I mean, I guess not, it's 12, but the risk that they had and the one that unfolded is that the most common location for a buff was one that they had already secured, right? They had already secured left, and that was where a majority of the buffable cards were, or I guess half technically. Yeah, I don't know, that worked out. Okay, we'll take those. Yeah, so anyway, I'm anti-Jeff. Regis' career is over. He said he hated Jeff. He just looked goofy to me. I mean, I know there's goofy characters in Marvel. I get it. He wasn't my vibe. Like a little too goofy. I don't remember what his effect is. What was his effect? Can't even remember the effect. We can probably put Ebony Maw on 3 maybe. This is a little bit of a risk though. If I do hit an Electro or a Wave, do we want to play Ebony Maw on 1 always? That's a question to ask. I don't know the answer yet, having not played this deck enough. Since there are 2 of those, it might be worth playing him on 1. Oh yeah, Jeff. Forgot Jeff Hoogland's in chat too. Should always clarify when I say I'm anti-Jeff. Jeff the card. Jeff the little, what's he, baby shark or something? Right, you can play him anywhere regardless of restrictions. Oh, he can move too? I didn't know about the moving part. Is that new, or did he always say he can move? Jeff the land shark, that's right. Jeff the land shark. Here he is, Jeff. Can't wait for all the baby shark memes. Oh yeah, you can move this once and nothing can stop you from moving or playing this to any location. Wow. So I guess that implies even Professor X? Oh, moving is doing the data mine today. Okay. Yeah, that's why I didn't remember that. Okay. Oh boy, we have literally nothing. Oh my god, what a roll, dude. Monster Island. Let's go. So we'll go Vision, Central Park probably, and then just Magneto Central Park. Just try to power this out. We're safe against a Blue Marvel. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Arrow. So like Sunspot's only 3 power, Wave's only 3 power. but might shut down the opponent a little bit. Chavez is really good. Arrow's 7 power. So that would be similar powers to Vision. The concern, I guess, would be, are they going to get really big off this Lockjaw? The other concern is Soulstone denying me power mid. And am I able to even use 7 power next, or 7 energy next turn? No, because I draw Chavez most of the time. No, I think this is probably better, even though Soulstone hurts us potentially a little bit. Oh, that makes me regret my choice a little bit. Oh, okay. Chavez, I guess, maybe? Oh, no, he's just, oh, God. Oh, no, God, those are all small. Wave does just win this, though. Oh, man. This only adds 11, and that's a tie. They're obviously going to add some power here, so... gotta hit Arrow. There's no other... Can't play 2 cards. Oh, dude. Quantum Tunnel. How do I turn you off? All right. Arrow theoretically wins this. What's our good luck charm? Vision now, so I can move him right. They're all silenced from Leech. What's the good luck charm? This is Sandman deck. We'll play Sandman and we'll win. It's easy. Sandman deck wins this. Oh, we lose. We can't win. Wave's not big enough anymore. 15 and 17. We lost anyway. Okay. Easy. Easy. We needed that Arrow up there to be a pretty low power card to have a chance. Oh yeah, J. Jonah Jameson too. I saw was a looked like kind of maybe a April Fool's card. Again, I wanted to kind of go through this stuff. We'll look at it real quick here. Here. Green screen back in action. Tiny up the untapped here. Yeah, here's the Marvel Snap Zone. Oh god. Wrong button. Regis. Wrong button. Okay. Here's the Marvel Snap Zone like patch data mine. Maybe not the prettiest screen, I know, but hopefully we can make it work here. Patch update, February 21st, 2023. So new cards. Snow Guard is a 1/2. While this is in your hand, this transforms each turn into a hawk or a bear. I don't know what the hawk or the bear is. Oh, here they are. The bear's a 5/3. The hawk is a 3/4. They must have effects. Yeah. On reveal, ignore all location abilities next turn. Okay. It's like it won't move if there's a move or something. The bear, trigger the effect of this location. Oh, that's really cool. So these are like location interaction cards. And by the way, I absolutely am a sucker for this color scheme. So is the wolf, did it say the wolf? I feel like it didn't say the wolf. 4/8 ongoing, -2 power for each other card you have here. Oh, so kind of a lone wolf. I get it. Yeah, it doesn't say wolf anymore though, so maybe there's no wolf. It's not in the art either. Wolf must have been something else. Transforms each turn into a hawk or a bear. Yeah, I would assume it flips. Probably flips is my guess. I love this art style though, this color palette, like pinks and blues like this. I love this so much. I love this so much. Same thing for the variants too. Cool color palette again. All right, so that's Snow Guard. We got Jeff the Land Shark. A 2/3. You can move this once. Nothing can stop you from moving or playing this to any location. So I guess that overwrites Professor X. I mean, I don't know which card takes priority. Professor X says you can't do it, and Jeff says you can do it. I don't know how do we determine? It's Jeff's. Yeah, Spider-Man actually, for whatever reason, seems... I don't know. I guess I have no logic for this. I would think you could play this in a Spider-Man location, but for some reason I feel less confident about the Professor X. And I don't know why. Nothing can stop you. Yeah, but Professor X says nothing can be played here. Why does one take priority? What is Marvel? What is Professor X text? Lock down this location. Cards can't be added, removed, etc. I guess this does sound more universal. Yeah, I think this does indeed sound more universal. If you made me make a choice, I would say you could play it with Professor X. Yeah. Nothing can stop you sounds more definitive than just cards can't be added, removed. I mean, it is. That is an alarm that was meant for 10:25 this morning, and it is now 10:25 this evening. That was my alarm for 10:25 this morning. Of course. Hey, Mrs. Kilbin. What's up? Ooh. Oh. Sweaty. Gross. Gross. What do you think? We got a big question for you. Who takes priority, Professor X or Jeff the baby shark? Just answer. You're the definitive final answer. Professor X or Jeff? You heard it here. My wife is a designer on the Marvel Snap team, so not really. So people would believe that. They don't read sarcasm well. Okay. All right, I'll see you later. I'm almost done. Yeah, I know you want a snack. Want a little Regis snack. Here. Oh. So yeah, I'll be done soon. Nothing can stop me. But guys, listen. Listen, I'm in agreement that you can play Jeff in Professor X, but it seems odd to me that you're saying one card just for whatever made up reason has priority over the other card, because Professor X also says cards can't be added. So it is saying that Jeff takes priority for some reason, right? And I do think the wording "nothing can stop you" is more. It has a higher emphasis or power than cards can't be added. So I think we're right. I think it will be playable in Professor X, but is there a reason why? It's not made up reason though. Jeff says nothing and Professor X is a thing. Yeah, but Professor X says cards and Jeff is a card. That is a very strange language argument to make. That Professor X says cards and Jeff is a card. So I don't think it's again, I'm in agreement. I think you're right, and I think that's how it's gonna work. I expect Jeff to be playable. And Pork and Beans, by the way, I might have missed your sub. Thank you for the 11 months. But it is basically a language-based argument, not a mechanics-based argument, I think is what I'm saying. Right? It's yeah, his guys, I don't like the reference to the text. Everybody keeps saying his text is nothing can stop him, but Professor X's text says cards can't be added, and Jeff is a card. The text argument does not stand. They both have text that precludes the other. So I'm saying it's a language-based argument, not a mechanics-based argument. And again, I do think you're right, but can we acknowledge that it's sort of an arbitrary language-based? I feel like I'm shouting into the void here. They both have language that precludes the other's language. Is preclude the right word? Jeff is a shark is it's a good argument. Specifics overrule generalisms. Yes. So you're agreeing it's a language-based argument. Thank you. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes, I'm glad that it's putting it in a nice way there. You've bundled that up nicely, but that's what I'm saying is like it's It's they technically kind of don't work with each other based on the way they're added, or the way they're worded, right? I don't know how you'd fix that either, for the record. Like, could you add cards? If you're like looking at Professor X, you could maybe put cards can't be added, removed, unless... Well, no, that sounds weird. You can't say like unless stated otherwise, because all cards state otherwise. It's sort of just an intuitive understanding, I guess, really, right? Except Jeff. Yeah, I mean, you could do that, but then you got, like, what about the next 3 cases over the next 10 years, you know? Yeah, see, I don't really buy that. This is such a silly thing to discuss, and it really doesn't matter at all, because once you see how it works, it'll work forever, and that's fine. I'm getting stuck on this argument, though, that Jeff is the only card that says it needs to go against the grain, because Professor X goes against the grain. Professor X also goes against the grain, because Dr. Doom says, hey, add a card to this lane, and Professor X says, no, your text is invalid. My text overwrites Dr. Doom's text. And then Jeff comes in and says, no, I overwrite Professor X's text. So Professor X already goes against the grain. He's already creating a specification and a limit that overwrites and overrules other cards' effects. So again, we're just arbitrarily kind of saying Jeff's then takes that up another level and overwrites Professor X's effect. Do you know what I mean? What will separate us from the animals? Yeah. No, I'm well aware this is an incredibly, like, semantics and language based discussion, but I think I do think it's a little unfortunate it's not, like, mechanically inherent to the card, if that makes sense. I guess maybe it kind of is. I understand nothing is a pretty powerful word if you really break it down, but I think I'm just trying to be picky, you know. It does look like it's censored, yeah. I have the mouse right over Stegron, dude. What are you hiding, Regis? So, okay, Griever has posited a new theory. I think Jeff only overwrites location rules, not card rules. A new theory has been posited. I don't think so. I think he'll be playable on Professor X. I'm with again, I actually agree with you guys. I'm just playing devil's advocate to kind of discuss how these things work, right? To discuss these sort of really intricate design and wording things. Like these are things that card designers have to actually think about. We don't have to think about it. We just see how it works and then we play it and we're happy forever. We don't have to worry about it, but it's kind of fun to position these arguments and talk through them, I think, anyway. I'm doing it in good spirits. I hope it's obvious. Don't actually care at all. It's just fun to think about it. So anyway, Stegron is a 4/5 on reveal. Move an enemy card from here to another location. That actually seems really, really interesting, right? It's not going to be controlled, of course. It'll be a random move, but still, well, I don't know. How interesting is that? If it hits a bunch of low cost stuff, it's probably not that meaningful usually if you just move their 1-drop over. But if you're hitting big stuff, you could really help to isolate a lane, really help mess up their game plans if there's only a couple cards on board. So maybe a little meta dependent depending on how many cards are being played on average per game. You know, if we've got 8 cards coming down average per game, Stegron might not be great. But if we've got like bigger metas where 3 or 4 cards being played per game, maybe Stegron could be good. Maybe things like a Sandman meta, for instance, could actually be pretty cool. Oh my God, Charlie, I love it. Charlie, I love it. Charlie says, I will say, if we're taking the wording of the card as an absolute, you should be able to play Jeff at a location that already has 4 cards. Here we go. We're back in. I thought we made it out of the Jeff argument. We're right back in. Yeah, interesting. You guys all told me nothing can stop you. You guys were so in love with the word nothing. What about the very rules of the game themselves? I do think the rules exist yet another level above locations and cards. So I think he won't be playable in a full location. It would be kind of funny though if he like did a Hulkbuster thing if you played him to a full spot where he just Hulkbustered in. That'd be kind of neat. You can't even play Hulkbuster in that way, of course, but it would be kind of cool if he just made it work. That'd be fun. Oh, I do remember that, Anthem. Yeah, I do think the old version did used to say as long as there's space, and they probably changed that to add you can move this once and just sort of assumed it was baked in, which I think is, like we just said, is fair. It's really fair. Stegron is so much better. You get to choose the card and move it. What do you mean, my guy? I don't think so. Why would you be able to choose it? We have no other cards that allow targeting of your opponent's stuff. What phase would that happen in, and why would that happen? I just, there's absolutely zero precedent for that, right? My guy, as chat says. We have nothing that allows us to manipulate or interact with our opponent's cards. I don't see a response yet. Leech beats Jeff? Leech would beat Jeff because it would negate his text, yeah. His text is no longer in effect when Leech hits it, right? Juggernaut does say the word random, but yeah, I guess that's kind of an interesting distinction. Does Polaris say random? I mean, I just, again, I'm like 99% sure. Yeah, Polaris does not say random. Juggernaut says random for some reason, but functionally Polaris does not say random. And they do the same thing, right? They pick a random card. Maybe since Juggernaut doesn't have any other sort of targeting mechanic, but I don't know. Polaris, yeah, move an opposing 1 or 2 cost card, but you don't get to pick, right? I would be absolutely flabbergasted if Stegron allowed you to target. I would be willing to bet 100 gifted subs, which I guess doesn't really mean much. It's, but I would just be absolutely astounded. There's no other card in existence yet that allows us to interact with our opponent's cards or manipulate them or move them directly, right? Like, we don't click or move our opponent's cards. And I don't even know when that would happen. Because you'd have to have a phase for the opponent to see when you're moving it and when you're reacting with it and stuff, and turns happen simultaneously. I just don't. I don't know. It just doesn't seem remotely possible. If that sort of thing happened, I would think it'd be years down the line, basically, when they need more design space to interact with. But for now, I don't think so. Does Stegron interact with Jeff? It would. Jeff is not unmovable. He can be moved and disrupted once he's in play. It's just Jeff is more about the action, right? You could certainly move Jeff back, yes. So J. Jonah Jameson, it looked like this was going to come out on April 1st or something. I think this might be just a meme April Fool's card. I don't know how it's going to work, but your emotes are ruder. I guess they're all just Miss Marvel emotes. I don't know. There's the balance changes we saw, some new variants, a lot of cool looking variants, a lot of new Dan Hip stuff. Aaron Mordo's funny. Blob, that's cool. Still haven't seen Blob yet. Cute new Cosmos. This Carnage looks pretty nuts. Dan Hip Devil Dino is cool. It's a sick Doctor Strange. Looks really realistic. Black Knight, another unreleased card. They put variants in and stuff before the cards even come out. So unreleased cards, sometimes you'll see the variants pop up. I'm not going to go through every unreleased card right now, but it looks like MCU Stature, kind of. Stegron Dan Hip, that's cute. Lots of Jim Lee art. Was there? That Jim Lee, maybe? I don't know. None of these look like iconic 90s Jim Lee to me. This might be. I don't know. There's no way to zoom in on these. There's like animal themed ones as well. Oh, this Gambit looks pretty cool. Venom Gambit's fun. It's like death cock. That was my nickname. What? That kind of looks Jim Lee-esque to me. I don't know. Deathlock is his name. Deathlock, but he's a chicken now. So he's a Deathlock. All right, guys, I gotta go. It's been good. My wife's gonna yell at me. She wants to go eat some snacks for bed. We gotta go watch Last of Us, actually. So I will see you all soon. We got cool Stature deck. I mean, I don't think that Stature deck was perfect by any means, but it was pretty fun. We did some cool stuff, so that was fun to see. I don't know how Stature's gonna get played yet, but I don't think this will be the main way to do it, or if it does, it needs some tweaks still, but pretty fun. And yeah, Sandman certainly looks interesting. Looks promising. So I will see you all soon. Maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Yeah, I may do a Hearthstone stream tomorrow too. We need a Hearthstone day. Might do both tomorrow. But thanks for hanging out. Oh, I got a raid. I gotta drop a raid. Oh god, I gotta raid you guys. Send you on your way. Let's find us a small stream here to raid. Who are we gonna raid? All right. This person has one viewer. We are gonna make them hopefully very excited to have more. So have fun, everybody. Love you a ton. Thanks for hanging out. Go study Jeff and learn how he works. Love you, and until next time, game on.